Welcome to another adventure of the Heart of Darkness, where some bumbling adventurers try and survive their way through the dangers of Chult. With me, your DM Thruck. Hi. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Cool. So with us tonight, we have, I'll just go around the board. We've got Kazara, played by the amazing Kimages. I'm gonna do shoutouts as we go. Kazara, what are you playing?
What am I playing?
What's
Best game ever.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Kazara is an ASMR sorcerer, favored by the Raven Queen. She's got some issues and some growing ups to do, but you know, she's living her best sorcerer life.
Yes, that's one way to put it, and I like it. Next up is Jax, played by the amazing Nancy Druid. Say hi. What are you playing tonight?
Hey, I'm playing Jax. She's a tabaxi bard, and she loves life and has a lot of energy and loves singing songs. She really wants to make her big break and be famous one day. And yeah.
Awesome. Your description says pile of butts. Sorry.
You big pile of butts. Sadly, our Sven isn't here tonight, so he doesn't get a shout out.
Sven, I will be Sven tonight. I will be Sven tonight.
Tonight, the person of Sven will be played by Kazara, who is neither old nor carries a rapier. But next up, we have Vim, played by the ineffable Van Rand. How you doing, man?
Doing well.
What are you playing tonight?
I'm playing a very original character known as a half-elf rogue with a crisis of conscience.
A crisis of conscience, as many things change around him. And then last but not least, we've got Bryn, played by the amazing Katie Lynn, who doesn't actually stream, so I can't really give her a shout-out. But how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Sweet. And what are you playing?
A wood elf ranger.
A wood
and I
elf?
like to kill shit.
And she does it well. Does it well. All right, so let's just get started. Sweet. So when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had made their way to Port Nyanzaru, the largest and really the only city in all of Chult, called there by a request from Sindra Sylvain given to Bryn's character, given to Bryn, not Bryn's character, to speak to them about something incredibly urgent. Having survived weeks fighting lizard folk in the jungle, they took a boat and made their way there, and in doing so met Sindra Sylvain. Sindra Sylvain is a once famous adventurer who has given up the life but is dying because she was once resurrected, and the death curse, which appears to be a plague that is spread across the globe and threatens to kill all those who have ever been magically resurrected, has taken her as well. They also met Wakanga. Wakanga is one of the 5 merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru, and he asked them to participate in a race for him in order to figure out if there was some sort of dirty dealings going on. And finally, as they were going to sleep the night before they went to the races, an assassin, 3 of them, attempted to take the life of Sven and the other party members and left a cryptic note on one of their bodies that talked about, what was it? Oh, the Dark Deva commanding them to be dead, and that only one of the 6 will rise, or only one of the 7 will rise. And with that, as our adventurers wake up the night after an assassination attempt, we join them now in Port Nyanzaru. The day of the races.
Did we get a full night's rest?
Yeah, we'll assume you got a full night's sleep.
Ooh. Need my hit point back.
Woo!
What do you do, guys? You know you need to be at the races in about 3.5 hours from now.
We've got 3.5 hours to kill. Woo!
It's a party.
Again!
The biggest thing on my mind is this note that we found on that assassin's body, and we don't know a lot of people here, so really, I kind of want to go talk to Wakanga.
Ask around. Okay.
I'd kind of like specifically to go to Wakanga and talk about the Dark Deva and what he would know about what that means.
For sure.
Sounds
Okay.
Everybody go.
I'm down.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right. So you guys head over. You're kind of more in the market district area where you're staying. And he's, as you remember, high up on one of the ridges that connects a few of the hills here in Port Nyanzaru. And I should bring up the map. And as you as you make your way over, it's actually a relatively pleasant day. There's a bit of a breeze. You get a great sense of the ocean in your nostrils as you head on over. For you guys' knowledge, that's Wakanga's palace. And you make your way up, and the guards notice you immediately this time and let you in. As you walk through the gardens at the front of his palace, you're met by one of his chamberlains, who comes up and goes, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Yes, I have a matter of utmost importance that I need to speak to Mr. Wakanga about.
To what does it pertain?
I pull out this note and I show him the note.
This is meaningless to me. What is it?
Well, I'm hoping it means something to him. We don't know anybody else here, and there was an attempt on our life last night in our inn, and we survived, and one of the assassins was carrying this note.
He looks at you appraisingly. Make a persuasion check.
Feel up and down.
Persuasion.
I don't have my dice. 10's fine. He just wants to make sure you're not full of shit. Fine. Wait here. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Once I get my dice. It takes about 2 minutes for him. What?
I said dice can be helpful this week.
I know. All right. So it takes him. It only takes him like 2 or 3 minutes, but he makes his way back to you guys, and he goes, "If you wait a few moments, the prince will be with you. Please step in. We have a foyer over here." And as you come in, you're greeted by that same soft music that seems to be emanating from nowhere. There's also kind of a very natural breeze going on in here. It's also cooler. Those of you who are more acquainted with magic feel like this place has been enchanted to be as comfortable and pleasing as possible. It is, as I mentioned before, it's a large open villa with these kind of open gables that lead into and out of the entire building, with these silks that just kind of hang and flutter in the wind. There's lots of greenery growing over everything, and it just has this very fresh, clean feel to it. In stark contrast to much of the people you see walking around here, not here specifically, but within Port Nyanzaru, who are kind of sweaty and dirty all the time, because it's kind of a sweaty and dirty place. But with that, about 5 minutes pass, you're given some wine to drink, watered down morning wine, not evening wine. And Wakanda steps in with one of his assistants behind him, and he goes, "Welcome. What can I do for you today? I thought we had finished with our business, and you have an appointment for me very soon, don't you?"
Yes, we do, and we will make that appointment. But something happened last night. There were 3 assassins that came to murder us in our sleep last night. We were able to defeat them, but one of them was carrying this note, and I show him the note, and I'm hoping you can tell me something, because we are at a loss as to what this means.
He looks at the note, and his vision becomes darker for a moment. He looks concerned. I do not know of a Dark Deva. I do. Long ago during the Sundering, 60 years past now, there was a cult of the Deva. The Deva was a bright god, who many were attempting to bring to Pharaoh. This god had 7 adherents who were its champions. As to what the Dark Deva is, I don't know, but that is the math makes sense for there to be 7 of them. Perhaps this is some cult that worships the Deva, and they're, I don't know. I can't draw any more conclusions from that. I only have the history of it, which is during the Sundering, when everything was going crazy. There was a cult. It was very popular, and not evil, just it became corrupted by its own power over time. And as it fell apart, so did the worship of the Deva.
Do you know of anybody in the city that might have any more direct knowledge on this, or anybody that could help us?
So this,
I mean, it's. Go ahead.
This city was created originally by settlers from Am. If you know of Am, it's an area far to the north of here, and many of them no longer live here, but perhaps there are still some folks. We have many people, as you know. This is a trading port. People come in and out all the time. I don't know of anyone who would, but there is a very faint link of history to this place from the north. And perhaps there is something to be found there. I don't know.
Well, I do appreciate what help you can provide. Yeah, I can't imagine why someone would want us dead.
I have
we're
no
nobody.
idea.
we're not anybody. So
Indeed.
yeah. Well, I won't take up any more of your time.
Actually, Miss Sylvain, I was with her when you came, and we were able to procure the item she wanted to give you.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. If you follow me, let's not bring this up with her. She's fragile right now.
Okay.
All right. So he and his buddy, the Chamberlain, will lead you guys back to that same very hot, very dark room. It's one of the few rooms in this building that doesn't actually have windows, right? And as you go in, that roaring fireplace is still there, and it's just the heat of the place just sinks into you. She's still sitting by the fire, and there are a number of parcels wrapped separately next to her chair. Again, she'll look up when you come in, and she will motion you to sit. I'm glad you came back. Have you found yourself a guide?
We've found some prospects, but we took the advice to not take the first thing we find, so we're going to be a little picky.
Of course. I have...
Oh,
go ahead. What were you going to say?
I honestly, I wanted to ask her about the note, if we're here. So I kind of tell her the story. We attempted to assassinate us last night and blah, blah, blah.
Make a perception check. Wakanga looks incredibly pissed at you. But will not interrupt her. Hang on, let me make a history check myself. I've heard of the Deva. Oh, she doesn't have that accent. I've heard of the Deva, and I don't know much about it other than when I was young, there were those who worshipped her. But beyond that, I have no additional knowledge.
That's fine. We're short on friends here in the city, so I thought I would ask.
I'm sorry that you suffered that fate last night. Did everyone come through it okay?
I think so, yeah.
Our cleric slept like a log.
I see what you did there. That's really funny.
I have a question.
Yes.
What kind of people worship this Dark Deva?
But, I don't know.
Okay.
Wakako will say that's enough about this. She's ill and has asked for your presence for a specific purpose, and not to be badgered with 1,000 questions. So come, let us be done.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm looking to see why he's so short about this.
You catch a glance of him looking at her very tenderly. He doesn't show it when other people are around often, but you see that there's something more than friendship, at least on his end, with her.
Is he super old too?
No, and she's not old. She's literally withering away. Like, it is as if the life essence of her is being sucked out slowly.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not like 80. She's probably 65, 70.
Okay.
And she's a human, but because of magic, she's been able to kind of increase her longevity and up until recently had her youth still.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, I have these for you. Should you wish to take them, I believe they will help you on your journey.
We'll accept any assistance we can get.
Okay. First, she'll pick up a long, thin package, and she unwraps it, and it is a rapier. It's got a very highly polished silver pommel with a red basket, and then almost this purple leather handle. And the tip of it, it's metal, but there's something about the sheen of it that it's certainly magical. And it also has a very light inscription in Elvish on it. And she will hand it over to Sven and say, This is Night's Bane. Where there is darkness, this will bring you light. As you grow in power, so shall it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, she brings out a very small package. And she will unwrap it, and it's this almost obsidian-looking dagger with a hilt of gold, and then a black leather pommel with gold with a gold wrap on it, a very thin wire gold wrap around it. The pommel appears to be made out of some sort of obsidian or other sort of highly polished black stone. You're pretty sure the blade on it is metal, but it's hard. It's almost ghostly in the way that it looks. And she'll say, This is wrath. And we'll hand it to them. This will make you quicker in combat. And as you grow in power, so shall it. And hands it over to you.
Thank you very much.
Next, she brings out a very long package that's got a curvature to it, and she unwraps it. And it is a longbow. It's very ornate in its carvings. It's of human nature, you think, because it doesn't look elven to you, but it's not of a culture that you immediately recognize. And she'll hand this to Bryn. She'll say, This is the bow of a Lenway. It shoots true. And with it, you may see beyond normal sight to where your arrow lands, and hands it to you.
Thank you.
Next, there's a cloth bundle that she unwraps, and it's this gorgeous silk black cloak. The cloak has black feathers on it that mantle down to about the shoulder and wrap around to the front. It has a silver half-moon clasp with silver rings attaching to gold fasteners on either side. Each fastener has a single blood red ruby in it, and she hands it to Kazara. And she says, This is the cloak of the Raven Queen. It will protect you from harm, and should you fall, it will help bring you to life more quickly. And it will grow in power as you grow. And then, last but not least, there's a very small package. She unwraps it, and it's a purple velvet box that she opens up, and in it is this exquisite blue diamond with a kind of looping silver outline around it that it's held in. And the necklace itself is this repeating pattern of squares, circles, and triangles, also in silver. And she will hand this to Jax and will say, "This is the diamond of Sahandi. It will protect you, allow you to escape, and holds many other properties of a great Chultan queen, and will grow in power as you grow."
Thank you.
All right, and so what these are, so Knight's Blade is currently a +1 rapier that can cast light on command. So can you take that down, Kazara? Wrath is a +1 dagger that also confers a +2 to initiative, currently.
1 sec.
Yep.
+1 rapier, +2 to initiative for the dagger.
Oh no, I figured Vin could take his own. I just needed you for Sven's.
Oh, I just was gonna put it all in the
Awesome.
thing.
Yeah. Awesome. So the next one is the Bow of Elenwe, Elenwe. If there's some deep Legend of the Five or Lord of the Rings nerds out there, you might know who that is. It's a +1 longbow that you may, when you shoot the arrow once per day, wherever it lands, you can shift your vision to where that arrow is and see as it sees.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it's okay. The next one is the Cloak of the Raven Queen, which right now gives you +1 to AC and advantage on all death saving throws. And the last one is the Diamond of Sahandi, which is +1 to all saving throws, immune to grapple, and may cast Charm Person once per day. You get the feeling that that there is a latent energy in each of these as it lands in the palm of your hands. That there is something yet to be unlocked within these items that, should the right circumstances occur, they will grow in power.
So the +1 dagger, so that's +1 to the attack modifier
And to damage.
and to damage. And the +2 to initiative is global, right? Like I just have
You just have a flat +2 to initiative, indeed.
on top of what I already had, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The +1 AC is in addition to, the +1 to all saving throws is in addition to, and if you guys want to change that on your character sheet, especially the saving throws, because that can be the weirdest, you just go to your character sheet, and then there's a little cog on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side next to spells, and then you can add +1 to all of your saves. There's like a global saving modifier thing in there somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Center column, second box.
And we're all doing that?
No, that one is only for Jax.
Okay.
Yeah. You each have your own specific one. So essentially it's called Oracle Shot, Bryn. And you just declare, I'm going to use Oracle Shot, and you shoot your bow, and wherever that arrow lands, you can see through it. Cool? Does everybody's stuff make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions before we move on?
So I can just cast Charm Person without any spell cost.
Without any spell cost, without anything,
day.
once per day. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yep. Cool. Any other questions about those? Just make sure you got them down. I'll take your resounding silence as a no. Okay. So she hands those over to you, and I hope these treat you well. That you survive on this quest. Many lives depend on it. Thank you. And with that, Wakanga will actually usher you guys out. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I think you've done plenty. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your help.
Absolutely. And with that, the Chamberlain will lead you out of the mansion, the thing, the word, the English. He leads you out of the English.
I think we should go and see if we can find some more guides
That's a good idea.
Absolutely.
before the race starts. That way we have some more options.
Where are you going to look?
I was going to say, is there anybody like standing around?
Are you checking my guides?
Yeah. Like, is there
should
anybody?
Should we go to the port? Do we have time? Or do you want to just look around here?
You've got a couple hours.
I think if Bryn wants to look around here, I'm down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind where we look around. I just want to make sure that we find a guide.
Yeah, and we could also look in Port.
We go there. Yeah, the Port Nyazari or
Fort Valerian is where we were going.
The other place.
Oh.
Yeah. We found 3 guides at the hotel or at the inn we were at, and then we were going to look in Fort Valerian for more. I think.
So how far is that from where we're at right now?
It's about 4 days travel, Fort Valerian.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is north of you along the coast.
We'll have to do that whenever we go on our further journey.
Yeah, we have to go to Valerian to get the licenses or whatever. Something like that, right? Some kind of papers that need to get done.
So the implication is the Flaming Fist has a large mercenary component here and is one of the last leftover vestiges of the folks from and Baldur's Gate who used to own this place. And they still control, or like I think they control, a large amount of the jungle and all of the trade that comes in and out of it. And so any explorers who go in there, if they don't get a writ from the Flaming Fist, then the Flaming Fist tends to give them trouble, up to and including taking their stuff and or killing them if they give them a problem.
Right.
So it's travel at your own risk without it. Travel with a lot of risk with it, just not from the Flaming Fist.
So is there anyone standing around outside of this mansion area that we just came out of that we'd be able to go up and talk to?
Most of the people here, so this courtyard that you're in is essentially the entrance to 3 different princes' palaces. You're not going to find a lot of people here kind of willing to go out in the world and help you adventure or know a whole ton about that. It's mostly like messengers going in about their daily duty and then like delivery folks. But if you went to the bazaar, if you went down to the ports or somewhere where lots of people congregate and do business, you might have some luck.
Okay.
Should we go to the bazaar then? Or the ports?
You're like, how far away are we from?
Not at all. That's the bazaar. Here's the main port area.
I say if we can make it back by 12, we should go try to do both.
Yeah.
Is this where the races are, where I'm clicking?
Do not see your click. Go again. Click, please. No. They're close to there, actually. Good call. They actually start right here.
I see. Okay. So it's actually through the streets of the place?
Yes.
Or is this the track?
It's totally through the streets of the place.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
We're going to race on dinosaurs through the streets of the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's totally normal. Nothing weird about that.
Sounds sweet.
Okay, so where are you headed?
To the bazaar first?
Let's bazaar. Go. It's bustling.
To the bazaar.
It's mid-morning. Lots of businesses going on, and I imagine you guys are going to go and work the crowd a little bit, so go ahead and make investigation checks as you talk to folk. Okay. The one who's normally good at this is not super good at this today. All right. That's everybody's sweet, so you're going to get 4 more. That's perfect. Here's your first one. Here's your second one. Here's your third one. That actually show. Oh yeah, show to everyone. And here's your fourth one. And even with further investigation, these are the ones who most people talk about in terms of guide. These are the names that come up the most whenever you talk to folks about known and experienced guides in Port Nyanzar. You've got Azaka, who seems to be a Chultan native, who seems dedicated to figuring out what the hell to do about the Terrafolk near Firefinger. You've got an old salty dwarf. You've got a couple of Tabaxi, and then you've got another woman named Solita who is an experienced adventurer through Chult.
Solita seems like she has it out for everyone else.
Indeed.
This is that Azaka and Yuku have led expeditions into the jungle and never returned.
But that takes you most of the rest of your time, is talking and finding out about these 4 additional folks here.
I'm kind of leaning towards those 2 Tabaxi. 2 guides and they're cheaper. But he's also talking shit about Jabal, so...
Who'd you say?
River Mist and Flask of Wine.
Okay.
I'm guessing because that's what it says, but that's a weird name for a couple of...
Yeah.
Nope, those are very normal names for Tabaxi. Remember, your Tabaxi's name is Jingles.
Flask of Wine, come here!
River Mist?
It's like naming your kid Apple.
Or North.
Or Chicago.
I'm sorry if anyone's watching and you have children named that.
If they're offended, this is probably
For
not
so
the
many
people
reasons,
we
we're
want.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really leaning towards these 2 Tabaxi personally.
Yeah, there's
the price?
Yeah.
The price,
The
we
only
get
reason?
2 guides
And
and
they're tabaxi.
yeah, they're Tabaxi. They say they're trustworthy. They will waive the fee entirely for equal shares of whatever treasures they help find. Although we could also just be like, we'd rather just pay you and you can just let us keep our loot.
Yeah,
But
didn't
that's-
someone else say that too, though?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember which one, but
One of the ones we looked at before said
Mushari or Iku.
that we won't take any payment, or we'll waive the payment if you just let us
Oh, that's
have
probably Farul and Gondolo.
the treasure. I didn't write down who we were most interested in last time.
I
think
have
we were-
Mushari.
Mushari was the one we were most interested in.
The albino dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Albino dwarf. Okay.
And you still don't have to make a decision now, either.
Right. Because I kind of
Yeah,
like
'cause-
Azaka.
Should we move on to the next place to get the other?
But we've
Well,
probably
we-
got to
You said
get to
that
our
we
race.
got-
Are we running out of time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need to go to our races.
We got to go ride some dinosaurs in a race
Mhm.
as one.
Oh,
thing.
you did it.
There.
Hang on, I spilled something. 1 second. Emergency cleanup.
Clean up an Althrock.
We've got to clean up on all front.
Didn't your computer
Gross.
teacher ever tell you you're not supposed to have water near a computer?
Dude, I've killed so many keyboards.
I totally don't have water near my computer.
So many keyboards.
Right?
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Back now.
We don't have open beer or anything near our computers. It's fine.
No, absolutely not. You would never do that. Okay, so no firm decision made, it sounds like, yet on the guides, which is sage. And you guys are going to head to the races?
Yeah, let's go make our appointment. Whatever.
Let's go find a Triceratops.
Yeah. All right.
And then adopt it as our pet.
As you guys head through, the crowd's thick enough the closer you get to the race gate.
Mabula.
Mabula is who you're looking for, that's right. So as a friendly reminder from last week, you all were asked by Wakanga to investigate whether or not there was race fixing going on, as these races are a prime source of income and a mode of essentially economic power for the merchant princes, and should one of them gain an unfair advantage, it could unbalance the city and lead to all sorts of bad stuff. So you were put into a race as the team. In fact, Wakanga said that he was willing to even give up winning this most important race of the year in order to find out what the hell is going on, and that you were to meet Mabula, his race captain, at the Tiriyiki Gate at noon today. And it is just about noon. Beep, 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 beep. Getting to my notes. As you guys head to the race itself, more and more crowds are closer. You notice now, as you're walking down some of the streets, cutting through to the gate itself, you have to kind of dodge under these flags that have been strung along the roads, and crowds are starting to form behind them. And there are guards who kind of try and keep people out of the roads. It seems as if they're getting prepared for race day, and that the race happens in the streets itself. As you head up to the gate, the Tiriyiki Gate is one of the tallest gates in Port Nyanzaru. It's about 60 foot tall with these large stairs leading up on either side. You notice that the top of it actually is covered with some very colorful fabric in order to provide additional shade to the folks who were up there. And it seems like the folks who are up there are some of the more richer folk in Port Nyanzaru. It seems to be where a lot of the actual action happens in terms of betting and all that sort of stuff. When you guys get to the foot of the stairs, this dark-skinned Chultan female, it kind of pops out of nowhere. She's very short, has kind of wire-thin, gray-black hair over the balding kind of front here, and is dressed with a rich purple sash over loose layers of vibrant yellows that denotes her not only as a bookie, but also as a race captain. And she walks up and goes, "Oh, hello, you must be the people Wakanga sent me, yeah? I'm Mabula. Are you ready to go?"
Yes, I do believe so.
Excellent.
Jax isn't sure.
No, yeah, well, we know how to race, except we don't.
So you don't know what you're doing. Okay, great. Well, follow me. Come on. And she starts taking you up the stairs, which is actually kind of a pain in the ass because there's a huge crowd below. Clearly the gate is the start line for whatever is going to happen. But people now line the steps on either side, and the crowd is really starting to fill in by the time you get there, including you see down on the raceway itself, a number of these large triceratopses that have been set up at what looks to be a start line. And she'll tell you, so there are 2 races before yours. And you can place bets or watch them from up here with the hoity-toity folk. If one of the teams is crooked, being in the lead is the only way we're really going to know. So when you race, try and race well so that they try and do something to you so we can figure out what's going on. So what else? You don't know anything about the Nandabuso Haka, do you? No.
We do not.
No.
Okay.
We know there were some different events.
Yes. All right.
But
So the day starts with these first 2 races, which are very basic races. They one will be Triceratops. It will be teams on the Triceratops. You will be racing similarly later on today. They will be on what are called howdah. Do you know what a howdah is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, how does a big basket that you ride in on top of a big beastie, like a tyrann or like a yeah? So it's yeah, it's a howdah. It's a big basket that you ride in. It's got seats. You can control the animal from there. It'll seat about 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. You should be fine. Yes. And then there's a chariot race, which is also what you'll be doing first. So you'll be able to see that as well. That's a single rider on a small, fast dinosaur moving through the streets. Both of these can be dangerous. You can use magic, although it's frowned upon. It is urged that you do not use any form of violent magic when you race. And the actual Nanabuso Haka itself is comprised of 4 races, each with its own special component. The first race is a very simple race. You will be on small, fast dinosaurs with chariots. You will each be in your own, and you must make it through a couple of gates to the next stage. Let me get to the second stage. Here, you will be put on a flying beastie. The flying beastie knows where it's going, so you do not need to try and control it. Although you can if you want to try and mess with people or whatever. It can be funny, people laugh at that, and people make bets on it. So maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know how well you can fly a dinosaur. But your real job is to grab these covered flags hanging off the rings that the flying beastie will fly through. The team that gets the most of those colored flags wins the heat. Next is kind of a tricky one. You're going to be on a giant swimming dinosaur. This giant swimming dinosaur will take you out to the statue of Nanabuso in the center of the bay, at which point you will have to dive and get some bricks and bring those bricks up. These bricks will have your team mascot on it. Once you bring them up, you will take them to your next place, where some people will do some stuff. You'll have to figure out that I don't want to tell you because they don't exactly tell me what happens, but the bricks are manipulated in some way, and then you unlock your final race, which is on the Triceratops. You're all going to be put in a howdah and run the final bit of the race to the end back here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Chariot,
Got it.
fly, swim, big beastie.
Yeah.
Check. Don't die. Or do. People can make money off that too. I don't know you.
Do many people die in these races?
I mean, sometimes the beasties get angry and they trample people, and sometimes people don't know how to control their beastie and they fall off and get trampled by other beasties. So yes, it happens.
Do you have any advice?
Just gonna say.
Hold on. Don't fall off.
Okay. And will we all be individually racing other than the last piece where we ride in the basket together?
You'll all be on the big water beastie together. You'll all be on the Triceratops together, but you'll all need to ride or chariot on your own in those 2 bits.
Okay.
Cool? Come on, the first race is starting. You can put some bets down if you want, it'll be fun. Or just work, you're here to figure things out, so you could work the crowd as well, I guess. But betting is more fun, yes?
Kazar's not gonna bet. The last time I bet I only made about 8 gold back. I'm going to just cool it this time. See if I can figure anything out.
All right. So as you get to the top of the gate, you guys finally finish this conversation. It is a packed spectator viewing area full of gamblers and bookies, all indulging in different kinds of vices, from hookahs and other smoky treats to other foods and drinks, and people seem to be having an incredibly good time. On top of that, it's way cooler up here. You get more of the breeze. You are under the shade. But in the center of the thing itself, there's a very wide parapet that arches out. And sitting in it are these 4 little gnome wizards who are sitting over a scrying pool. And you realize that they're projecting a magic show down onto the start line, where they're like manipulating these illusory lights and sounds for the audience, and people seem to be having a great time with it. What
That's
do you
awesome.
do?
We're not racing just yet. We're watching other people race right now.
2 races before yours. Opportunity to bet
Okay.
or schmooze or whatever you like.
I feel
Well,
like
Kazar.
maybe we should ask around or talk to some people. I don't know.
Yeah, Kazara, I'm gonna have Kazara get as close to the front as possible and sit near where the, I guess where the front is. I guess if you would say like 50-yard line, that's where she's gonna be. As close to the front.
For sure.
Trying to talk to the people in the front. I'm gonna ask I'll just ask the people immediately to the right of me. Have you been to many of these races before?
Oh yes, we've been to quite a few. We love them. Today it's the special day though. It is Nandabuso Haka. That is why we are here.
Do you like to bet on the races or just watch?
Who doesn't like to bet on the races?
Fair enough. What kind of winnings are there typically? What can people typically win?
Gold. We bet gold.
How much gold?
As much or as little as you like. I think minimum bets are 5 gold, but no one bets 5 gold. I've got 100 on the first race, 550 on the second on our team there, and then, well, nobody's really sure what's happening with the third race. Apparently there's a new team or something, so it's going to be a toss-up. I don't know who I'll bet for there.
Okay. Is it the same people taking bets every time, or is it someone else?
You have to be an official bookie to take a bet. Anybody with the purple strap.
Purple
Strap, sash. Yes? Sash.
Purple sashes. Okay. Well, who did you give your bet to today? Are they walking around? Can you see them?
Yes, over there. And points at somebody taking bets.
Okay. I'm going to keep my eye on those, on the person that he pointed to.
Okay. Also make me a persuasion or investigation check, please. The better for you. Oh, holy shit. He'll say, it's actually pretty hard to put down more bets recently. There's been more long shot wins. People with lower odds of winning tend to be winning more recently, and it's been weird and not as much of a sure thing. And I mean, it's always betting, so it's never a sure thing, but the odds seem to be broken right now, and each time one of these new people win, it's been somebody who's new. So how do we know who to bet for, right? It seems like this rider will show up once, do really well, and then will leave. And so we can never bet on them again. It's really frustrating.
I see. Can I send Rowena around to fly around the crowd and see if she can see anything weird happening with the bookies? Like anyone slipping them some extra gold?
That's kind of what I want to do when I'm in this room, is I just want to kind of just be listening for something that sounds off.
Absolutely. We'll start with Rowena and then go to Vim. Have Rowena make a perception check. People are definitely giving other people bets. What you do notice is a couple of the riders are treating their dinosaurs pretty harshly down there. You don't know if that's normal or not, but it does strike you as odd. And then Vim.
Perception as well, right?
Yeah, if you want. What are you looking for?
I'm just listening for any, like, if people are trying not to be heard, I'm trying to hear those kind of like are people, I'm looking for people acting shady. If that's,
yes, absolutely.
That's broad.
No, it's not too broad. What you notice is that there's kind of there's the official bookies, but then you'll notice people passing money who are not quite as official looking. They're not wearing purple sashes, and yet money is still changing hands, and stuff is being written down, which you would assume is additional bookmaking, but not from official bookies.
Where is Ghost at during this race?
He's just hanging out right by you.
I think I would like to just walk around and specifically look at the people with if the people with purple sashes are doing anything odd.
Sure. Make a perception or investigation, your choice.
I'll do perception.
Yeah, so the official bookies seem to keep it pretty on the level. One of the things you notice is they're not treated like holy people, but you do get the impression that at least the final race is in some way like a holy day, right? Like it's important on a cultural level for the whole city. And people are taking these officials very, very seriously. Possibly more seriously. You don't have any standard to judge it by, but it's possible they're taking it more seriously than they normally do. Do you have any questions or?
Just to recap, so it seems like all the new racers seem to keep winning. There are people who aren't bookies who are taking bets. And I mean, do the official bookies have any issue with other people taking bets and writing these bets down? Do they not notice it's happening?
They don't notice it's happening. Or as far as you can tell, they're either looking the other way, you don't know, or they don't notice it's happening.
Is there any sort of guard presence
Absolutely
around?
Yep. There are a number of sentries here, and also you can see back to it where the dinosaur paddocks are. There are a number of additional guards hanging out around them as well. It seems like there's also kind of guards every 200 or 300 feet up the race course as it goes down. There's definitely a security presence here.
Well, Kazara is definitely upset that the dinosaurs don't seem to be treated very fairly. And I want to ask Mobula if she's around.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Is it normal for the beasts to be struck and pulled on like this? They seem to be in distress.
I mean, some of them, yes, it depends on who runs them. Sometimes they are, the owners don't treat them very nicely and go through dino folk pretty quickly. It's sad.
Is this
true?
Is this typical with every racer or the newer ones?
I don't know that I've noticed a pattern, really. I think it depends on the owner.
Okay.
Can I walk over and sit behind one of these bookies that aren't wearing a purple sash?
They move around the crowd and try and keep their shit quiet. So you're never gonna, you'd have to like follow them around.
Okay.
Yeah. They are obviously trying to be inconspicuous. But you can certainly try and follow one.
I don't want to get stabbed.
Fair enough. And with this
Roll for initiative before the race even starts.
Right.
Right.
and
I'm kind of stealthy, but
with this bout of questioning, it takes you long enough that the first race is just about to begin. Did anybody want to place bets?
No.
No.
Actually, I will place a bet on how many, who, or what are the options to place bets on?
Yeah.
All right.
I need.
So yeah, for sure. There are 8 riders in this first race. I'm sorry, this is the Triceratops race. There are 3 teams. There is what looks like a team that's got a T-Rex as its symbol, one that has a big turtle as its symbol, and one that has a big shield as its symbol. The T-Rex team seems to be made of all Chilton natives, and yeah, the turtle team seems to be kind of a mix, mostly Chilton natives, but a few kind of northern humans along with them. And the last one is very ethnically diverse. There's like a halfling in there. There's an elf. There's 2 humans, both Chilton, and then a dwarf.
Kazara is going to bet 20 gold on the shield team.
Shield team, copy that.
I want to put 100 gold on the shield team.
Okay.
Can we bet on our own team?
For sure.
Okay, can I bet 20 gold on us?
You are not racing in this race.
Oh, so we have to wait till
To bet
we're
on
about
you,
to race and
yeah.
then place the best?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're only taking bets prior to each race.
So
Okay,
we're
gotcha.
watching the end of
The beginning
whatever.
of
We're watching the beginning of
The second race.
the first race.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I ask Mabula a
The odds on
question?
those bets.
So for Shield, the odds are 4-1 actually.
Yeah, baby.
What was your question for Mabula?
I was just gonna ask. I'm sorry if you had already mentioned it, but the significance of this holy day. A little, if knew any background on it.
Oh yes. So the Haka is the great race. It is the multi-stage race that happens only twice a year. The first one is to Nanabuso. Nanabuso is by many considered the founder of the Chultan civilization and is revered as a deity amongst our people. Still, some of them, many of the northern cultures have come in as well. And then there is another race as well that in worship is another god, and it's at the other end of the season. So yes, it is a day of festive worship. Sweet. All right. And so with that, you hear some horns blaring, and these kids with these big flags kind of come out in front of each of the racers about 100 feet down the raceway, and they bring the flags up. The puppet show that was done with mirages disappears in front of the Triceratops, and folks, the three teams mount up, and as the flags go down, they're off, and the kids barely get out of the way before they run. And one of the boring things about races that run around cities is once they make that first turn, you can't really see them anymore. So the next 20 minutes or so is just people kind of waiting in anticipation. It's people looking around, kind of talking to each other about what's happening out there. Some people you see kind of run down the streets and follow them. But it takes about 20 minutes, and you see them coming back, and it's neck and neck between the turtle team and the shield team, with the T-Rex team pretty far behind, like three Triceratops lengths behind the other two. But those two teams, one of the ones you're betting on, and then one of the other ones, they're right next to each other as they're coming across the final stretch. And hang on one second. Okay, it's almost too close to call as I've rolled a 19 and an 18. It's almost too close to call as they get across it, but in the end, your shield team actually wins, and there's this huge roar from the crowd as they come up, and it was just by a tusk that the shield team made it across before the other one, and then a few moments later, the T-Rex team kind of ambles across as well. Shit. Looked like we lost someone for a minute. I'm just going to check our cameras real quick.
There was a random person came in and then left.
Whoa.
Oh, you know what it was?
I don't know who that was.
We also use this channel for recording podcasts for another hobby of mine, and that's possibly what happened there. But I paid for it, and it's mine.
It was the look on his face was like, ah! It was good stuff.
That's really funny. Awesome.
Hey, we're playing in here.
What the hell? We're playing in here, man. Okay, so you get some payouts too. You are able
4 to 1.
Yeah, so it's going to be 80 gold more, so 100 gold total. You're the 20 that you gave plus 80 more for Kazara, and then 400 extra gold plus the 100 you put down for 500 gold. To Vim.
500.
Well, it's 80.
So much.
Yeah, it's 100 for you and 500 for.
Okay, I'm just making sure I put it down here right.
Yeah, sweet.
And I'm done betting for the day.
I'm out. Okay, so there's about a 5-minute lull between now and the next race. And this next race is 8 individual racers, each on this very small, quick, 2-legged dinosaur with tiny little T-Rex arms, just like me, except it's only about 6 foot tall. They're all kind of this greenish hue with a yellow breast and chest area, and each of them have a chariot attached to it. The 8 racers come out, as some music is playing in the background to kind of keep people calm, and mount their chariots. And it's last call for bets. Does anybody want to make a bet?
Not I.
Is that a bunch of no's?
No, not
Okay.
I.
All right, and so the second round of racers is off. You have time to do any more investigation you would like at this point as well. If there's anything else you want to ask.
The people that won the Shield team, they're diverse, so are they a new team?
Make an investigation check.
That's a good question.
It is.
People seem to recognize them. They have raced before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
about the other
Mabula
teams?
know are the like which teams are new?
Yeah, like were the other two teams new?
The Tyrannosaurus Rex team was new.
Okay.
But other than that,
They were all made up.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, they were all made up of Shulton natives.
Natives.
Yes, all made up of Chult
Okay.
natives.
All of them.
Well,
So you've got essentially the Roy G. Biv teams here. It's red, orange, green, yellow, blue, indigo, violet, and we'll say purple to get to 8, which is indigo, but screw it. Are the teams that are racing for the second round. And it's a mix, too. It's about half Chulton natives, but there's also one elf, one looks like maybe a half elf or a human. It's hard to tell from here. One definitely northern human, and a halfling who looks hilarious. Kind of, he can almost not see over the ridge of the chariot. But with that, they're off again, and another race starts, and people are cheering, and it takes about 15 minutes for them to get around the race course. When they come back, it's one of the Chalton natives, what you think is the half-elf, and oddly enough, the halfling, all kind of racing and jockeying for position to try and get in the lead. And between the three of them, they pass this one hurdle, and it looks like the elf is in the lead, but then they pass the second one, and all of a sudden the gnome just like bursts ahead and makes it across the finish line before anyone else. And there is for a moment silence before everyone goes rah again, as for second and third cross the line in gnome, Chilton, half elf.
These are different teams than the last race, right?
Yeah, these are single drivers essentially. The other was like it's like in any race, right? So you've got your different race teams out there, and these there's no signifying. There's nothing on them that makes you think that they were in any way connected to the previous group of racers.
Okay. So the gnome won.
The gnome won.
Okay. Kazara's gonna turn to the guy next to her and ask, "Do you recognize this gnome who won?"
No, I absolutely do not know who that is. He was like a 12-1.
12-1. That's quite a set of odds there.
Yes, he was his first race.
first race.
Interesting. So since the gnome is done, can we go? I want to go talk to him.
As you start heading down the stairs to go talk to him, you feel this tug at the back of your cloak, and it's Mabula going, "Come on, we have to go get you signed up. It's your guys' turn."
God damn it, Mabula!
What do
Breaking
you
my
want
balls
from me?
here.
You're breaking my balls! Mabula! And she takes you down the back set of stairs, unless you are going to not go with her. I'll leave you guys that option, of course.
No, I'm gonna race. I'm gonna put that eel noodle.
Okay. She takes you guys down a back set of stairs, and you're around a corner in the alley, and you're essentially in a set of stables. In that stables, there's a large desk set up, and you see two other 6-person teams already there signing up, one of whom has chosen to take the raptor, like the raptor, not the raptor, as its symbol, and another one who has chosen to take a spear as its symbol. Already kind of signed up and putting on these cloaks. As you guys walk up, the one of the race coordinators will look up and go, "Ah, yes, who are you?" And Mabula will walk up and go, "Oh, this is Wakanga's new team. He had to replace him. They got sick. Cholton stomach virus. It was horrible." And, okay. So, come, tell me your names. What's your team mascot?
I'm Kazara. This is Finn.
I'm Jax.
Okay.
I'm Brent.
Okay.
And I'm Vim.
Okay. And Tree Guy. Got you. Excellent.
Yeah.
What do you want to be named as?
What should our symbol be? Could our symbol just be a tree? Because we have a tree rolling with us? I mean,
Yeah.
that seems like a really generic symbol.
You want to be Tree?
Or-
You can be Tree, but I care.
That'll work.
All right.
Sure.
Tree
Be
it
Tree.
is. 6 tree tabards, please. And one of his assistants comes walking up with these orange tabards with a white tree on it. And he goes, you need to wear these during the whole race. If you do not wear them, then it doesn't count if you win, okay?
How did you make these so fast? You have a
Yeah,
screen prediction.
that was pretty impressive.
You just had
Craftsmanship.
3 tabards laying around.
Get a 3D
It's
printer back there.
magic. What do you want from me?
He says, you're breaking my
beautiful.
balls.
You're breaking my balls. 1 second as I bring up the map for this as well. It's being uncooperative. Okay. It's all about the sound effects. We have visual aids.
Oh, that's nice.
Right?
Cool.
Okay. So, you all are lined up. You guys are all taken out to the gate, and there you see 18 of those same chariot dinosaurs, each with a chariot. Each of the chariots for each of the teams is of the proper color. Everybody is expected to race as you go through this, and so each of you are given your own chariot. You guys, I imagine, will choose to mount up.
I'm going to mount up.
Yep.
Kazara's terrified because she's never done anything like this before.
For sure.
And these monsters are huge.
Yes. So
But she's also very...
yeah, they're about 6.5 foot tall, and they kind of like look down at you. Bryn, when you come up to yours, it kind of looks at you and nuzzles you a little bit. You have a bit more of affinity. Jax, yours actually looks pretty anxious when you walk up to it. Yeah. Not.
Can I talk to him? Can I talk to him?
Yes, of course you may talk to it.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess I can't just... I have to cast Talk to Animals, or...
You do.
Okay. All right. And I just want to... If it looks anxious, I want to, just pet it to calm it down and ask, how you feeling? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
What's wrong?
It's time to race.
Are you not feeling good about racing?
Hot.
Hot?
It's hot.
Maybe I can make that better, and with a little... I think, can I do that with prestidigitation? Yeah, I can. I'd like to chill him with some prestidigitation.
Oh, thank you.
Sure thing, buddy.
That's really nice. You want to get on? I hate these things. They're so
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
if it's okay with you.
If I had
Yeah.
a nickel.
And he goes, and as you hop on, he goes, oh, at least you're light.
Thanks.
Welcome. And with that, the music stops again. There is an announcement that is this very deep voice that says, welcome to the Nanabuso Haka, the great race of the season. We have 3 incredible teams for you this evening. First is the Raptor team, who is representing Prince... I forgot her name. Second is the Spear team, representing Prince... I kind of forgot his name too, sorry guys. And last one is 3 team representing Prince Wakanga. And there's this. He actually says the names of the Mauritian princesses. There's this crowd roars as this happens. And now, without any further ado, let the race begin! And the flags go down in front of you guys, and all of the racers go off. Each of you, with the begin, it's like there's this instinctual movement in the dinosaurs that you're in, and they just start heading off, and you're like, ah, at first. I need everyone to make me an animal handling check.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Jax, you can actually make yours with advantage.
Who? I'm sorry.
Jax, for being super nice to that. Okay, so you guys are actually relatively able, each of you, to keep control. Bryn, you have a little bit of trouble with it, and you kind of lag behind everybody else. There's essentially 2 gates you have to pass through in this first part here, and the other 2 teams, hang on, are doing actually kind of terrible. Both of them seem to have trouble getting their mounts under control as they're getting off. One of them, as you come around that first corner, which is just crowded with people, and Bryn, at first it looks like you're going to crash into some folks there, but you're able to just swerve out of the way. One of the other riders actually does crash, and it takes him a second to like get everything reset, and now it's one of the spear team guys who's way far behind everybody else, but I need everyone, as you make it to the first gate, to give me a DC 11 wisdom check.
Saving throw or just straight wisdom?
Wisdom check.
Oh, whoops.
All right. So everybody but Jax actually makes it very well. It seems, Jax, even though he likes you, I think it's maybe you get this feeling that because you made him cold, his muscles weren't as ready for action, and it kind of seized him up a little bit. But everybody else makes it successfully through the first gate and onto the second. And I need you to make me a second DC 11 wisdom check as you race your way down to the amphitheater, where you're going to switch over to the flying mounts.
Wait.
Did everybody dip? Okay. So you have a bit more of a problem here. Jax, you're actually able to kind of start making it up with the rest of the group. Vim, you're well on your way to the amphitheater. Byer's well on his way to the amphitheater. Kazara's well on her way to the amphitheater. Not Vim, I'm sorry. Vim, you actually slowed down a bit. Sven is having some problems. But where's Bryn? And Bryn is having some problems. So at this point, only 2 of you are super close to the amphitheater, and the other 4 are really starting to lag behind. Luckily, one of the other teams, the same team that had the guy who crashed, is also having some real problems. But Kazara and Bayer, up with you guys, you notice that a large number of the spear team folks are actually ahead of you at this point. 2 of them have already passed into the amphitheater and have mounted their pterodons. I need one last DC 11 saving throw, wisdom check from everyone. Okay. Yeah. So Kazara and Bayer and Bryn and Jax and Sven all finally make it through in about that order, actually. Being able to wrangle these guys is actually a lot harder than it seems like. But Vim, you're actually the last person in the race at this point. Except for the dude who crashed, who's about 4 dinos behind you. So you're going to be at a disadvantage for your next check as you go through. But as you guys get into the amphitheater, there's another crowd of people there roaring at you all. And in front of you, you see this set of flying pterodactyls in front of you, each with not a mount, what is it called? A saddle on the back of it, and reins, and floating in the sky up above you, you see these rings made of iron just sitting there floating, each with 16 ribbons around it. Byron and Kazara, both as you first mount your pterodon, 2 of the other guys from the spear team are off, but most of the raptor guys are still catching up with you, but you've got kind of a head start and can still pull your team out of this. But Sven, Vim, Bryn, Sven, Jax, and Vim, you're still in the middle of the pack, and you're going to have to do stronger this time. But you guys have all been able to make it up into the air. I'm going to need some checks, but you also have the opportunity to interact in any way that you like throughout the race from this point forward. If you want to try and hinder another pilot, if you want to try and grab their ribbon, if you want to try and fuck with them in some way, you should absolutely feel free to tell me. But you're off, and the first thing I need is a DC 11 dex check.
A DC 11 what?
Dex.
Oh no.
All right. So in this first pass, isn't you're Bryn, you actually take to flying relatively easily, and Kazara, you're just up and out there. You're at the head of the pack with one other guy from Spear, and Bryn, surprisingly, has caught up with you as well. Is there anything you guys want to do before you head to through the first gate?
I do not.
I want to cast thaumaturgy and bellow out to the opponent. Psych! You're gonna lose! As I fly past him.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh god, scroll window. Window.
One of the spear riders who's right next to you actually kind of looks over at you really quick and loses balance and nearly falls off his pterodactyl. He holds on to one of the stirrups, but it takes him a second to climb back up, and he falls behind you guys as he does so. I want you to mark this down, everybody. Kazara, you got a ribbon. Vim, you got a ribbon. Sven, oh no, Kazara, you did not get a ribbon. You actually rolled a 6. I was looking at your old roll. Oh well. But Vim, you got a ribbon. Bryn, you got a ribbon. Sven got a ribbon, and then Bayer got a ribbon. So you got 4 ribbons right now. I need another DC 11 dexterity saving throw. Right now the pack is starting to spread out a little bit. Bryn's up front. Bayer's up front. Vim is making some headway. There are now about 4 spear guys up front, and 3 of the raptor guys are really starting to make their way up ahead as well. So it's really starting to become this flying melee as people like swoop through these rings. Okay, so does anybody want to do anything on this second pass?
Nope.
Nope.
I feel like I want to try and like casually like steer my dinosaur so it veers somebody off course but make it look like an accident.
Make an animal handling check. Yeah, you're able to do it. You get up to one of the guys, and you look like you're about to dive up into the ring, but you just nudge it over a little bit as you do so, and are able to get him so he doesn't grab it, and the pterodon actually flies outside the ring, just barely missing the outside of it. Actually, a bit of his wing clips it, and it slows him down for a second and causes him to fall back. So mark this down for me. Kazara, you got a ribbon. Bryn, you got a ribbon. Sven got a ribbon, and Jax did not. So those 3 and Bayer got a ribbon. So you got 4 ribbons this time. You're coming up to the next piece of the leg here. Get out of the way, turn order. At this point, it looks like, Bryn, you've actually taken a significant lead through this part. And then it's kind of this clump of Bayer, Kazara, and Vim in the center, with Sven now starting to catch up, but Jack's falling behind a little bit. Up with you, Bryn. Actually, one of the raptor guys has kind of made his way to the full front of the pack at this point, and it's you, a spear, and a raptor, all together kind of at the lead, with everybody else kind of trailing behind you. As you swoop up to the next ring, does anybody want to take an action?
Yeah, can I, like, go up with the flying dinosaur and kind of, like, get in the way of the other 2 people that are right beside me?
Yeah, absolutely. Make an animal handling check. You're absolutely able to do so, and it's probably going to slow. I'm going to make a quick save here for each of them. One of them you're able to almost get fully in the way of, but the raptor guy, who's been kind of clawing his way back to the front, actually smartly dodges out of the way, and in doing so gets himself straight through the center of the ring. You're still able to keep up with him, but you were able to get one of the spear guys behind you at this point. Does anybody else have any actions they want to take?
No.
No. Okay. So DC 11 dexterity save or checks.
Oh my god.
What?
All right. So Bryn, that guy who you knocked out of the way comes right back at you and way more aggressively and less hiding it, and knocks you off of your saddle. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
You're able to just reach the stirrup before you fall off the thing and are able to climb yourself back up. But you've fallen pretty far back in the pack after that. Jax, on the other hand, you see swooping by you as she starts making it into the lead. She's probably in the front four now. She had a lot of room to make up there. And Kazar is doing well at this point as well. Sven is keeping up. He's made up a lot of his lost time, as is Vim, who are now kind of in that front third, and your team is starting to look really good, except for now Bryn, who was in the lead but has fallen way back. So we've got this time around, Vim gets a ribbon, Kazara gets a ribbon, Jax gets a ribbon, Sven gets a ribbon, and Bayer gets a ribbon. Cool. All right, so we're coming up to the next one. Any actions anyone wants to take. You're all now, except for, oh no, the front three of you, Vim, Jax, and Kazara, are in this clutch of like 6 other racers, all who are trying to just get to the front of this pack. Does anybody have any actions they want to take?
I want to use thaumaturgy again. Can I use it with light?
You can. It can't cause damage, but what are you looking to do?
I want to blind the guy closest to me if there's someone close to me on the opposing team.
It cannot do... It can't really do that.
I can't like shine a light in his face. Okay.
Not unless you would, if you used... There are specific spell effects that allow you to do that, and that's a little too powerful for thaumaturgy.
There would have to be a light nearby. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and I'm gonna yell, watch out, your dinosaur is gonna crash into the person in front of you.
Make a deception check.
Sucker!
This was one of the spear guys, and he kind of like rears back on the pterodon for a second, looks around, and then looks at you, and he's clearly shouting something and making some horrible gestures as you swoop past him, and you've gained a couple of places in the lead as you've fooled him. Anybody else?
I would like to use my sit turn to cast a fog cloud to try and
Awesome.
cover their view.
Do you want to in front of you or behind you?
Are they're like around, are they right beside, or are they?
So think of it as kind of this swarm of, what are there, 9 of you, all kind of like flying and trying to get ahead of each other and swooping around each other. So you're kind of in this clutch of 9 people. And then there's another large clutch behind you.
Okay, I guess I want to like try and cast it, but then like zoom ahead if that's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. Why don't you make me an animal handling check?
Okay.
So, well, as you attempt to fly forward, you also find yourself strumming on your sit turn at the same time to cast the spell. And it actually causes you to lose a little bit of balance. You get the spell off, so mark that off for the day. But you're in it too for a second, and so is Vim and Kazara, which is going to put each of you at a disadvantage on your next dexterity DC 11 check. So I need everybody else, Sven and Bryn can just make a DC 11 dex check. But Vim, Kazara, and Jax all need to make it a disadvantage. But luckily, so do some of their guys.
Dude, I'm not trying to go out like John Denver, just...
Too soon.
It was so long ago.
I know. Vin doesn't seem to mind at all. He gets right through it and continues flying forward. But can I get Bryn and Sven as
Sven,
well?
okay.
But not a disadvantage, they're just normal.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Dexterity check. All right. Sven actually does quite well. He busts through up into the front of the pack with Vim, who is now also starting to get not a lead, but he's almost up to the top 3 racers, along with Sven, who's just on his tail. But Kazara and Jax, foiled by the brilliance of Jax, don't actually get to their ribbon in time. And then Bayer and Bryn are making their way back to the front after a couple of really bad rolls of their own. So this time, mark it down: Vim, Sven, Bryn, and not Bayer. So 3 this time. Anything anybody wants to do before going to the final gate?
No.
No.
All right. Make me those last DC 11 dex checks. All right. So as you guys go through, Bryn, you actually make it up to the center of the pack again. Jax, you are able to keep up. You're kind of at the back, but you are able to grab your ribbon as you go through the ring. Sven is actually now keeping up with Vim. Both of them have nearly made it to the front. But at this point, the pack is so clustered, it's not so much going to matter who's going to win, but who has the most ribbons. And as you guys land and grab your final ribbons, Bryn, Vim, Jax, Sven, and Bayer, so 5, somebody mark that down, 5 ribbons on the last pass are what you get. As you land down right on the docks, and in front of you are these 3 giant-looking aquatic dinosaurs that have these baskets, these howdah on the back of them that allow you to hop in and ride. How many ribbons did you guys get?
I have 4 for Sven, 2 for Kazara.
Do you need total or individual like that?
Total would be great.
I was only keeping up with mine.
21.
21.
I got
Copy that.
4.
Okay.
Thank you, Bryn.
No problem.
So you
Hopefully
guys
I
actually
kept
got,
track of that correctly.
as you land and all the ribbons are counted up, you guys actually got more than any of the other teams. It was 21, 19, 18. Just by a nose, your trickery and daring do was able to get you the lead on this this race, which gives you an advantage here. You're going to be able to take off a minute before the other 2 teams and get out to the statue. You guys are rushed over to the giant dinosaur, which is called a thing. A plesiosaur, right? A plesiosaur.
A thing.
Yeah, it's called a plesiosaur. And you're explained what needs to happen.
It's a magical Leopleurodon.
We gotta go die for some bricks.
All right. One of the race people comes up to you and goes, okay, here's what needs to happen. You will mount your plesiosaur. You will ride it out to the statue of Nanabusa. Below the statue are 18 bricks. 6 of them have trees on them. You must get all 6. You will then take the plesiosaur back, run a foot race to your next objective, which is the... Where's it at here? I'm sorry. I thought I had this right in front of me. To the warehouse, and he points at a warehouse that's near you guys. There, your bricks will be broken, and there will be a puzzle that you need to solve before you can unlock your Triceratops for the final race. You will not be able to do the final leg of the race unless you get all 6 bricks. Capiche?
Hey!
Hey! All right. As you guys mount, is there anything you want to do with the dinosaur? You're going to get a minute head start.
I want to try to gently pet my dinosaur.
You're all on the same one this time.
Oh! I still want to pet a dinosaur.
Okay.
Can I use animal handling to, like, convince the dinosaur that we got this and we're gonna win?
Yes.
To start playing the Rocky theme for a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe you. We're going.
We can do it.
We can do it! All right. As you climb the netting that's on the side of the dinosaur up to the top, its head kind of rears up and looks back at you guys for a moment. And in the basket, the howdah itself, you see 6 sets of goggles and 6 kind of net bags. Probably going to have to put those on if you want to look under there. But you see the gear that you're going to need to be able to be successful down there. And with that, the dinosaur takes off once the last of you gets in. It's actually kind of a slow ride. It doesn't feel a lot like a race to you because it's a big, slow dinosaur. And about a minute later, you see the other 2 take off behind you at the same time. They were only 1 flag apart from each other. But you make it out there. There's no race component here except for getting down and getting those bricks. So you've made it out to the statue, and you know they're under the water at the foot of the statue. What do you guys do?
Put all my stuff, grab my bag, and dive.
Yeah, I'm gonna put everything on and
me too.
dive in.
With a
grab my net, grab my goggles, let's go.
Let's do it! With a sploosh, you all go in. And you make your way to the bottom. It's very murky down here. There's a lot of sand that's been picked up, and there's lots of those green, like, seaweed that kind of grows out of the bottom. And so it's kind of hard to find the bricks. I need everybody, once you're down there, to make a DC 13 investigation check. All right. I also need to know everyone's Constitution modifier.
2.
Sven is 0.
0.
Kazara is 2.
Hang on, it's a cat.
0.
Cat?
Cat. Oh no.
You're freaking out.
Not cat.
Come here. Here you go. 1 second, please.
What did you do to the poor kitty?
The cat got tangled in my headphone wires.
Aw.
Yeah. And then did the cat thing and freaked out about it. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So, as you guys dive down, Kazara, Bryn, and Sven, within the first minute, are able to find their bricks and start making their way back up. Kazara, Sven, and Bryn are able. You guys are actually able to kind of get down there and get your bricks. But Vim and Jax, what were your Constitution modifiers?
0.
And I'm 2.
2. All right. So, Vim, you still feel like you have enough oxygen in your lungs to keep going, but but Jax, it's been a minute and you feel like your lungs are on fire and you got to go back up and get air. You choose to go up or do you stay there?
I guess if I feel like I need to get air, I go up.
All right. Bayer is still looking for his as well. And at this point, as you're coming up, along with Kazara, Bryn, and Sven, the other plesiosaurs have made it, and you see divers diving off of each of them to head down as well. So this turn, only them make an investigation check. And Bayer, but... Okay, Vim, you're still not able to find it. You're searching around down there. So is Bayer. Both of you are just like piling your way through all of this stuff. Is there any action you'd like to take to help yourself find it in some way? Is there anything you could think you'd want to do?
I mean, do I see anybody else, any other team's bricks?
You do, absolutely.
Ooh, yeah. I want to like kind of take it and like bury it deep down in the sand.
Nice. Make a sleight of hand check. Awesome. All right. So over this minute, Jax, you get yourself the air you need and are able to dive back down. As you're on your way back down, 2 of the other divers have already popped their heads back up. They got their bricks really quickly. But this round, everybody can make their investigation checks. That's Jax and Vim. All right, it's your turn now, Vim. Your lungs are starting to just fill with pain as you've been down here now for 3 minutes and you're just starting to run out of oxygen and you need to go back up for air or do something else to get yourself some air if you can find a way to.
I'll just have to go up, I guess.
Okay. You head back up. Jax, you've got one more chance down here before you have to go back up again. And Vim, as you come up, 2 more divers come up with you. And so it looks like another 4 of the divers total have gotten their bricks at this point. Jax and Bayer get to make investigation checks. All right. And Bayer made his as well. So, Jax, you find your brick, you grab it, you shove it in your satchel, and you shoot on up to the water, to the water's edge. Just barely out of air by the time you get there, and Bayer does as well. Vim, this pass, you're able to dive back down again, and now another number of folks have kind of started popping up. But it looks like as long as you can get yours this turn, you still may retain the lead here. Vim, make an investigation check. You find somebody else's brick again.
Well, I want to use luck to re-roll that.
Use a luck to re-roll it.
Can I still find the other person's brick, or can I only do one of the 2?
It'll be one of the 2. It'll depend on the outcome here.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. All
There
right.
we go.
You finally, on your second attempt down there, you're able to grab your brick and make your way back up to the top. And with that, as Vim finally climbs back up as the last one of you to do it, you see one of the other howdahs nearly full with, as you're getting into the basket itself, the last diver from the spear team is also popping his head above the water. They're going to only be a few lengths behind you as the plesiosaur starts back to the dock area. It takes about another 2 minutes for you to get back there, and as you get there, the race guy says, "Give me your goggles and take your bricks. You need to get over to the warehouse quickly. Go, go, go."
Okay.
Throw everything and run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even, it's just
you guys take off on your way over there. Bryn, make me a dexterity check.
Okay.
As you're running, for a moment it feels like somebody is trying to trip you. There's no crowd here. You're mostly alone. There are stands off to one side. You don't see it, but you do feel like someone tried to like shove something between your legs, like around your ankles, to make you fall over, but you're dexterous enough that you were able to kind of hop over it and keep going. But somebody just tried to do something to you. But as that happens, you guys make your way into the warehouse where there's this trio of like bare-chested, except for their what are they called? Aprons. Standing there waiting in front of 3 different anvils, each wrapped in a different team's color. In your case, orange and white.
We just ran into people with like hammering stuff on our way to the.
Yeah, there are 3 smiths in this warehouse. Off to the side, you see 3 triceratopses who are chained to the ground with this very ornate-looking rock. Or not rock, lock.
No.
I mean, they're standing up, they're fine. It's just that they can't move from their position.
What are we supposed to do?
The smith of your color looks at you and goes like this.
All right. We're done. We got our bricks. What's next?
Give them to me. Give me all the bricks.
Okay. Hand me the bricks.
As you do, he smashes each one with this large metal hammer, and inside each of them is a small metal disc. On each of those discs is a letter. In common, the letters are R, T, R, 0, or O, not 0, O, P, and A. This is your key.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
The official comes over to you and goes, "That's your key. You need to use it to open the lock." And he points over at one of the triceratops.
So we each have a key that says that, or we each have a key with each of those letters?
You have 6 metal discs with the letters R, T, R, O, P, and A printed one on each, right? So one disc has R, one disc has T, one disc has R, O, P, and A. And then he points over there and goes, "Now you have your key. Use it to
Go
open
over
the
the
lock."
I'm gonna take one of the R discs and try and open a dinosaur, I guess.
So
Do
it's
we
actually,
need to spell a
Is it-
word with
what
it?
is
Yeah, this is spelling a word, right?
In order to spell parrot.
all right. So the lock itself is a big square lock with 6 discs in it, 6 openings in it, where it looks like you could place something that is exactly the same size as those 6 pieces of metal you have.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna shove a disc in there.
Do you guys agree with me with that, or
Go
no?
round in there.
What?
That
What?
We need to spell a word.
We need to spell a word? I thought we just each put a disc in the thing that holds 6 discs.
It's a puzzle, though. They told us it's a puzzle. And so,
Okay,
we have to spell
all right, well-
something. So what word can we spell
I guess
out
we'll
of those 6 letters?
put them in order to spell parrot. We'll try that.
All right, you slip them in Parrot. Nothing happens.
There's not a T letter, is there?
Yeah.
It's RT, not
Oh.
P.
RT.
ROPA.
P is in Paul A.
It didn't work. Or at least it didn't unlock in that combination.
What if we spell raptor?
Raptor.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You slot them in RAPTOR, and the lock goes clink, and all of the chains fall off the thing just as the next team is racing in and getting their brick smashed. The race official come up. Now get on your howdah and do the last piece of the race. Go, go, go.
Let's go. Get in our basket.
All right.
I'm so in that basket.
All up in it.
Just all up in it.
Mm-hmm.
All up in that basket.
Hmm. All right. So you guys are off and quickly make your way to the first gate with no one around you. I need one person to make me an animal handling check.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either Jax or Bryn.
Yeah.
Hope it's good. Well,
It's good enough. You're able to keep your guys on and on course. You didn't do great. I'm going to use Brand Buyer here. Actually, you know what I can do? 1 second. We'll use that guy. Boop. And that guy. As the other 2 teams for this part. You and you. Get on there. Thank you. As you get to the first gate, you actually notice that Spear Team is about halfway between you and the start line, but the Raptor team is just taking off at this point. You round your way onto the next one. You're going through all these twists and turns, and the howdah is moving back and forth, and I need another animal handling check.
you want to take this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jax's team,
yeah.
maybe.
Do better than me.
No.
Oh, gosh.
JK!
Dang it.
Everybody rolled 7s, including both of mine.
Oh, God.
That's a jackpot.
All right. So everybody maintains their position going into the third gate, and as you come up, you're coming to this large market district area that's just full of like fruits and vegetables, and it's been cleared out except for the stalls, which are all still there. And I'm going to need you to make your next animal handling check as you move into the fourth gate.
Hey, I have a question real quick.
Hit me.
Since I'm not really handling this animal at all,
Yes.
I'm just kind of chilling in this basket. Can I like be watching for weird stuff the other teams might be doing or something that just doesn't seem right?
Absolutely. Make a perception check.
What's that?
Aha!
Dang it.
I
You've seen
see
all kinds
everything.
of shit.
Yeah.
You actually, at this point, I'm going to give it to you hard.
Oh.
Please,
Oh, God.
please,
All up in that basket.
please.
It's getting hard
So-
now.
You, for a moment, actually lose sight of the Spear T-Rex. But, Vim, what you notice is they have, just for a moment, an extra person in their howdah. It's as if somebody appears, is there for about 6 seconds, does something with their hands in their mouth, and then is gone. The T-Rex turns a corner and suddenly busts out right next to you guys and slams into your T-Rex.
Cheaters.
Aha!
You cheaters.
One of them has a spear in their hand and is trying to, like, hit down on your T-Rex. What do you guys do?
Can we push him away?
Are they within melee distance of us?
You'd have to kind of lean out there. You're going to be at disadvantage for melee unless you have a weapon with reach, like a big spear.
Can I reach the spear? Like with my hand? Would I be able to like try to grab it?
Yeah. Make an attack roll. Yes. Make a grapple check.
Roll.
Yeah, you want to make a grapple check.
How would I? What do I do for just a grapple check? I don't have a thing.
It'll be a D20 plus strength plus proficiency bonus.
Oh God. So it's just a straight D20 because I have a -2.
And then a
+1 D20 plus 1.
Yep.
Yeah. So roll D20 plus.
Come on.
You reach out for it, but the Chelton guy he's able to pull it back just in time. And Kazari, you had something as well.
Oh, I was just gonna see if Sven could try to like hack at this guy's hand with his rapier. He's like his spear is.
The spear is too long for you to be able to reach up and flick it with the rapier because it's a reach weapon. He has extra space on you. So yeah, he can't actually quite reach out there.
Can I have Sven try and shoot his hand with the longbow so we can stop spearing at us?
Yes, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Whoops, sorry. I didn't do
fine.
disadvantage.
A 15 will hit, so roll damage. You see the arrow pin his hand to the spear as he drops it with his other hand, and it's like, ah! And it's like stuck there for a moment before it slides off, and the spear comes falling away.
Cool.
Good.
So we've got 2 drivers, and everybody else is acting cool. All right, so you guys are coming up to the next gate. I need you to make, whoever wants to make the animal handling check should make it.
Which one of us?
Maybe you should do it.
Okay, I only rolled a 9 last time. Here we go.
I believe in you. Oh wait, can I give her inspiration?
No, you don't need it.
She's inspired.
She don't even need it. She don't even need it. Seeing the
I
threat,
don't need 9.
you whisper this very reassuring note to the Triceratops, and you see its eye kind of flick back at you in a very like primal animalistic way for a moment, and it just jets forward. And as you do, you actually get about 4 Triceratops lengths ahead and make it to the 4th gate before they do.
Yes.
And they're doing their best to catch up. They actually rolled very well, but they certainly did not crit. So they are just right behind you. And then the Raptor team is still far in the back, not doing super great. We're up to the next gate. Does anybody have an action they want to take? Hearing nothing.
No.
I was gonna say, can you cast like your fog now, or was
I'm
that
gonna
a
try to
spell?
make their dinosaur tiny.
I still have a scroll of fog
know.
cloud.
I don't want to use all your spells though.
Yeah. I think we're ahead. I think maybe we just try to.
We're not by the shops anymore, are we? Like,
No,
we
you
couldn't like
passed through them to a more
food. Oh.
a residential section at this point.
Okay.
I'm just worried about people being mad because we use magic.
Yeah.
We're probably fine. We'll just.
Okay, let's just carry on.
Carry on.
All right, so I need one of you to make me another animal handling check.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
Oh my god!
You flew too close to the sun.
You did. You flew too close to the sun. That's D&D, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man.
I should have given it to you, Jax. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, with this shout of joy, the spear team passes ahead of you as you're in that burst of speed actually turned into an uncontrollable burst of speed for a second. And as you're coming around this corner, the T-Rex actually smashes into the side of a building, crumbling on top of the side of the T-Rex. It's kind of bleeding all over its side right now. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
No. We hurt our poor dino.
That's 2 crits in a row.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
That's all my crits for the month.
You know, get really good on the save, but, you know, can't control the damn animal.
And as you hit it, Kazar is thrown out of the basket and onto the ground.
Katara!
Kajara!
Katara!
Disqualify us, doesn't it?
It's up to you guys, whatever you want to try and do. As she falls off, you see.
Can we reach for her?
You could try. What do you try? How would you do that? She's fallen off.
I would want to like champion dive towards her, but like try to hold my feet onto the basket so I don't fall.
Can I like tie a rope at the like onto Jax's feet or something to be able to like kind of like launch her forward to be able to go get Kazar off the ground?
Yes, I love it. All right. So, Bryn, you tie a rope around one of Jax's legs, and she dives off the howdah. Jax, make me a dex save.
All right.
Come on.
Got this.
Yes.
You are able to, just as she's about to get out of the way, grab her, grab Kazara's ankle. You take 1 point of impact damage as you hit the ground. Or bludgeoning damage as you do so, but now you're both being dragged behind the thing and are in third place by 1 Triceratops length as your T-Rex is already starting to take off. You know if you're both down here for too long, you're going to get dragged and start taking a lot of damage.
And I start pulling the rope to be able to pull him up.
You can. No one is driving the howdah at this point. Anybody want to make it? Okay. Make an animal handling check.
This is gonna go so bad.
Make a strength saving throw, or make a strength check, not a saving throw, Jax.
Oh, thank God.
God.
And because Brent's helping you, you didn't need it. Never mind. You're able to actually pull you both up to the point where Kazara can also grab the rope and get you both back into the howdah. There is 1 leg left to go with you guys in third place. I need 1 more animal handling check and anything else you guys might want to do.
Jax, you want it? You've been doing pretty good on your rolls right now.
I want to can I inspire myself before I do it? Would that help with this?
You may indeed do that.
Okay.
We will be the champions.
And I just start and I'm singing to everyone. I'm like, we are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end.
Nice. All right, so I need to check one thing because I want to give you maybe a hint here.
Yes, you do. You want to give us a hint.
We like those.
I need to see real quick.
You want to give us double advantage.
Nope, never mind. Okay.
That's where we roll 4d20.
All right, so make your final animal handling check of the race.
And wait.
All right.
The dinosaurs love the tabaxi.
Wait.
They do love the tabaxi. Tabaxi steak is one of their favorite foods.
I bet. Mm.
All right, so the race is coming into this large arena-like area, and as you get there, you're able to pass the Raptor team, but just barely miss first place as Spear gets in front of you, as Spear maintains its lead coming across the finish line. And there's this huge cheer from the crowd as it happens. And with that, the race ends.
So you got second?
You got second place.
Spear team won.
Good job, team.
You see at the other end... Yeah. But well done. You see there's a podium that's got like a first, second, and third tier to it at the other end. And as one of the handlers comes up and gets your thing, gets the kind of reins of the Triceratops from you, says, "Come, it's time for the award ceremony. You are well graced."
What team won?
Spear.
The Spear team, the team with the extra dude.
Yeah, the
Are
magical
there any
dude.
judges nearby that we'd be able to talk to?
Yeah, like, oh my god. I don't know how we would prove this is my problem, but
They done cheated.
I just want to say
Yes, you
thank
need
you.
to talk to a judge. Oh, go ahead.
Thank you for not letting me get trampled by dinosaurs.
Any day for you.
We got you, boo.
I'd leap over any basket to save you, Kazara.
Oh. Okay.
Even if it only got us second place, we saved each other.
I would hope that that's more important than I lived.
Oh, yes, definitely. So, is
Did
there
you
a
want to
judge
talk
we
to
can
a
walk up to?
Yes. Yes. You want to go talk to judge? We'll get you to judge. Come with me. And he takes you over to one of the judges.
Okay, who's the most persuasive in our group? Somebody talk to the
Pretty
judge.
persuasive.
I have 4.
I have
It is
5.
not.
Wait.
Kinda can handle that dino, but I can't
I have a
persuade
4.
anybody.
Oh, Sven has 6.
That's the one.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Oh!
There you go. Convince that
Did
judge.
anyone
to
in
say
the
her.
last heat of the race? There was an extra person.
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
During the last heat of the race, we saw a suspicious extra person appear and disappear from their basket thing.
They're Hoda Kotby.
Do you have any proof? Can you show it to me in some way?
Well, only what we all witnessed with our own eyeballs.
But you came in second place. You have every reason to tell me that somebody cheated to win.
Exactly.
You're not the first people to try this on me, you know. You're going to need some proof before I believe you.
One of them used some magic.
Could I charm him into
Everybody used magic.
Believe in our story?
I feel like we
Okay,
should go
well, is
talk
there
to
an actual rule against having more than 6 people?
Yes, you can only have the set amount for the team, which is 6.
What if we go talk to the team?
Can you go question them?
What do you want me to ask them? Excuse me, sir, did you cheat?
Mm-hmm.
And what will they tell me? They will tell me, no, I did not cheat.
I think we should ask them.
I think we should keep it on the down low and follow them around.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Vim on this.
All right, we can follow them around.
Vigilante justice.
We're pretty stealthy.
Some of us are stealthy.
We've got about 2 minutes to the award ceremony, you know.
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
We'll go
Don't
to
worry
our
about it.
awards ceremony. We're good.
Okay.
All
We'll
right.
accept our second place.
With that, you're all led up to the podium in the second place spot. And the announcer comes up and says an invocation to Nanabuso and congratulates each and every one of the teams on a well and fairly fought race. And we'll start with third place, the Raptor team, and they're each given a pot of gold, or not a pot, a small sack of gold in their hand. And then they come over to you and congratulate you on a well fought race, and everybody cheers for the newcomers. And you are each given 50 gold as your victor pot, the pot for the victor. And then as he goes up to the third person, they each get 100 gold as their winning pot. But the moment the last bag of gold is placed into one of their palms, there is this scream from the back of the crowd closer to the dinosaur pens. And in that way that crowds sometimes do, this panic spreads like a wildfire through the entire crowd. You don't see what's happening back there, you only hear it, but the whole crowd is pressing up against the this what you can now tell is a pretty hastily constructed platform, and it starts to shake, and you see pieces of it start to creak and crack, and as the people get trampled in the rush of it and run past you, the whole thing starts to come apart. I need everybody to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god. Luck I'm using luck.
Okay. All right. Kazari, you're the only one who lands kind of oddly, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall off the thing and aren't able to catch yourself. Everybody else is able to make it off okay. Most of the crowd has passed you by this point, and at the other end of the crowd, almost back into another street, so you're essentially in a large square now, surrounded by buildings. Yes?
Question. Did I
Yeah.
also take a point of bludgeoning damage when I was being dragged behind
I-
that dinosaur?
I like your honesty. You took 5 points of bludgeoning damage when you fell off.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
Oh, never mind. No, I didn't mean it.
JK, forget I asked that.
So you're in this large square that's surrounded by these, brown and brightly painted buildings. There's a road that goes off in what is now in front of you at the opposite end from where the podium was, and there's this woman screaming, and she keeps pointing back to the other end of the alley over there.
What are the guards doing about this?
Everybody seems to have run away. A mob mentality took over the group, and people just fucking ran.
So she's pointing to the alleyway. I'd like to run over.
It's a full street.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
And it's a very short street, actually. The other end of it, you see about chest high to a human gates, fences.
we don't see what she's screaming about. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys make your way down there, I'll pull up the map.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's got maps, kid.
Shit's
Who
about
said
to go
anything
down,
about
son.
investigating this?
You're the one who. Never mind.
No, I just wanted to know if I could tell. I wasn't trying. That's fine.
It was my fault.
No,
I
Bryn
wanted
asked
to
to,
know.
yeah.
Well, if Jax went, then we went. That's
Yeah.
fine.
All
I said,
right.
let's go investigate.
So what you see in front of you is what you now see in front of you. You see this woman here screaming as you make your way down the thing, and her daughter, who on the map
Are we
is-
supposed to? Oh, I don't see any map.
There shouldn't be any lighting issues with this. I don't have lighting turned on. Do you all see a black screen?
Nope.
Nope.
I have a map.
No.
Okay. So that was everybody can see it but Jax. Is that right?
Yep.
I guess so.
Yep.
Yeah, it just looks white, like a grid.
Oh, maybe scroll.
Yeah. Look, you might be in the wrong
Oh.
part of the map.
Oh. I don't. It's just, it doesn't change, I guess.
Zoom
Like,
out.
I can't zoom out or zoom in. Like, it doesn't, it's just
Reload.
a white grid, I guess. Okay.
Reload.
F5.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Loading, loading.
Load faster.
Loading music. Still loading.
Oh
No
dear.
worries. As you're loading, I'll describe the scene for you. There are dinosaur pens here, and this woman is screaming about her child who's in the pens. Around her child, who you see kind of in the center there, it's kind of the greenish red token, has velociraptors, but they look weird. They look...
Oh gosh.
Their skin is sallow, and many of their scales have fallen off.
Does it look like the horses from that one village?
No. These look undead.
Ooh.
Along with 2 incredibly large ankylosaurs, if you know what those are. They're low to the ground, but huge, with these plates on the back of them, and their tail swings with this giant club on the end of it. That also looks undead to you.
Dude, they look sick.
They look undead, like zombies.
Yep. Oh, and then.
So yes, they look very sick.
Do you think they're infected like the those zombie creatures we saw before?
No.
And
'Cause I
this
just
woman is
asked
screaming,
that.
"You saved my child! Save my child! Help me! Help me!"
Might regret this, but I kind of want to have Sven try and run in and grab this kid.
Everybody roll initiative.
I knew that was going to happen.
Kazar, what if you make them little bitty?
The child?
Oh, shit.
I don't think they can go any smaller.
I forgot to click my thing.
I didn't.
No, the little bitty peoples.
Does it still count?
Yeah, whatever you roll will count. I'm just gonna add it. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Did that work? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so who do we actually have on here? At the moment, we've got Bryn, Jax, Kazara, Ghost. So we need Vim and Bayer. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
And Sven.
And Sven.
I actually did Sven's right. I just did mine wrong.
Okay. 1 second.
Then rolled a 15.
Where you at, dude? Why am I blanking? There we are. 1 second.
Here.
Harambe.
Harambe!
Too
soon! All right, cool. All right, so...
This episode dedicated in loving memory to John Denver and Harambe.
You got a...
You got a 72.
15.
Where did you go?
He's up there.
I'm right here.
There we are. All right, so that everybody. No, we're missing Sven from the list. What did Sven roll?
12.
Well, copy that. All right. All right. Oh, and then Kazar, what did you roll? 6? Check. So what you can do at the bottom is if you want to roll for someone different, you'll see an as at the
That's
bottom.
literally how I did it.
Okay, it didn't work. I don't know why. Because roll 20. Dude. All right, there we go.
In my first rodeo.
Yeah. All right, so Jax, you're up first.
Okay. I want to run over, like, to where, can I climb this tree over here?
You can. It'll take your full movement to climb up it. It's about a 20-foot tall tree, but you can totally get up it.
Okay.
Oh wait, you can just climb it. So, how high up do you want to be?
Oh. I want to be, I guess, I'm sitting on a branch and on the tree, like, so I can get like a good aim because I want to shoot this guy.
Okay. You're able to get about 15 foot up and still be able to take an action.
Okay. Then I would like to hit him with my short bow.
Hold up. That's a miss. It actually bounces. You hit, but it bounces off of his armor plate.
Okay.
Zoom.
Oh, okay.
And then you see the velociraptors start to do what velociraptors do, and do that. As she's kind of staring intently at this front one, the other ones circle around to the back on her. But that's all they do this turn. Ghost.
Oh.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm having troubles here. Okay, so where's the kid?
But, yeah, I should have.
Okay, that's the kid, and then the dinosaurs are the little 4 circles?
And the 2 big circles. Literally everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have Ghost run up to this, helps if I do this first one right here, which is 40 feet, and then bite?
Yes.
Okay.
Ghost is actually able to easily leap over that 5-foot fence. It's going to be harder for a human, but I'm going to just give him the movement to do it.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice.
All right, so
And
11
saving
points of
throw.
damage. He is too large to need to take the saving throw.
Well, screw him.
Whoop, whoop. Sorry. Math. Okay, there we go. Sweet. And he's
He
actually
won't
able
be
to...
knocked prone at all?
No, he will not. He's actually... He's immune to the prone condition is technically what it is. But yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They're low to the ground creatures that kind of scuttle around a little bit. But Ghost, being much smaller, is able to kind of get up there in his underbelly, which is softer, and rip a chunk out of it. Vim.
I want to. What do I? Hang on. Let me see. How far away is the little girl?
It's going to cost you double movement to go over the 5-foot barrier there.
Okay, so with my cunning action, I can dash. So can I dash to her and then take an action?
Your dash is only... oh, yeah, you can cunning action dash and then take an action indeed. Yep.
Okay. I want to... Yeah, I want to get... Let me get the right thing here. I want to get up to here.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of shield her from this one that's closest. And then I want to attack.
Attack.
Let's go.
Let's go! Crit. Oh, shit! You guys are team crit tonight!
Oh,
You're also
like
team
it.
rolling ones, but I love it either way.
Right, yeah, crits either way.
So another 11 points of damage on this guy. Hang on 1 second. Is his total hit points? Yeah, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which he makes. You know you cut his throat out, right? But he's undead, and that would normally kill these guys, but in this case it did not. As
okay,
it seemed to, yeah.
I'm gonna just use my offhand dagger real quick, just for my extra attack.
I use your bonus action to dash.
That's a bonus action to attack with my offhand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. All right.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Sven.
I'm sorry, I forgot that Sven was absent. I was like, come on, Sven. So if Sven runs, it's going to be, can he go 60?
He'll get to go 45 because he'll have to, or he'll get to go 40, or I'm sorry, 50 because he'll have to hop the fence.
Okay, so that would put him. If I have him grab the kid, can he do... He can't really go anywhere else. Can he grab the kid and go back the rest of the way?
Grabbing the kid will be the rest of his action.
I'll have Sven just run up here and just try and grab this kid.
All right, you're able to grab the kid around the waist, but that's about all you're able to do right now.
Okay.
Because it took you ran over, you hopped over that fence, you got over to it, you grabbed it, and that's about 6 seconds.
Roger Dodger.
Roger Dodger. Bryn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark, if I could, use my thing, on this one right here.
Okay.
And use my longbow to shoot.
All right, that's a hit. For 10. And again, you pierce it straight through the head, and it looks like it's about to drop, but it brings itself back up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack again because I have an extra attack now.
Yuppers. You hit again.
Yeah.
Undead
What?
Fortitude's a bitch. That's more. And this time he finally goes down. Anything else?
Hold on. No.
All right. Buyer's going to come running up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. And that's all he can do. Kazara. You are Kazara.
I'm sorry, my mouse is freaking out and it's not clicking on the things that I'm choosing. Kazara is going to move so I can go through this gate, and would that inhibit me in my movement?
No, you can open it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna dash. Can I dash?
Yeah, it'll be here and then 35 more feet. Here. Yeah, you can go like here. Yeah, you could go there if you want, for sure.
Okay. Kasara's gonna dash right here or next to the rocks.
Up to you.
Let me make sure. I'm just gonna go next to the rock because I can't remember for sure.
Okay, works for me.
And that's it. That's all I can do, right?
Yep.
Because I dashed. All right.
This giant angry zombie comes, or giant angry dinosaur zombie comes crashing up here, crashes over here. The other one's going to engage Ghost. So the first one is going to swing at Vim with this giant cudgel of a tail. What's your AC, Vim?
16.
All right, he hits you.
Sweet.
4. 16. 18 points of damage. And
I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge to cut that in half.
okay, to 9 points of damage and make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw? Haha, nice knowing you guys.
You are also not prone. And the other one's going to take a swipe at Ghost. Because Ghost... But rolled a 2. Back to the top of the round with Jax.
I would like to cast Stinking Cloud to like obscure the view of like the raptors from like right here. It says I create a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah, can you ping that for me? Where do you want to make it?
I think right here.
Okay, so a 20-foot radius. Go to here. You'd also get Sven. You'd get Vim. See, put it. You want to put it like here.
Oh, okay.
Because 20 foot's way bigger. A 20-foot radius is always bigger than people think it is. But yeah, you can absolutely do that.
All right.
So Stinking Cloud is kind of like.
There you go. Yeah, like, yeah. So, like.
Close enough.
Right there.
Okay. Okay, so it just says each creature that is completed within the cloud at the start of its turn must make a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Yep, and they'll do that right now because it's the start of their turn. Unless you have any movement you'd like to make.
I guess I would just like to. I don't think I want to move. No.
Okay. 2 of them do fail their saves and become poisoned, and it is now their go. One of them is going to come up here. Going to come right here. Here. And they're all gonna... 2 of them are gonna make attacks on the girl. A 4 and a 16. So the 4 is gonna miss. The 16 will most assuredly hit. And there's this horrible gash taken out of her where she's starting to bleed profusely. She's starting to scream. When you first got here, she was just standing there terrified, staring into the eyes of the velociraptor that Vim killed. But the moment she gets bitten, it breaks her out of it, and now she's screaming. And one of them is going to bite Sven. And will hit on an 18. So that is... They don't hit very hard. So that'll be 3 points of damage on the first hit on him, and then 5 points of damage on the second hit on Sven. So he took a total of 8 points of damage. As it's just this attack of teeth and claws. Jax. Or you just went Ghost.
Yeah, we lost her. So,
did we?
Yeah, she lost internet.
Oh no!
So...
She just like lost it?
Yeah, like, yeah. She just texted me.
Oh, they both lost internet, oh no!
Well...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. All right, so I think I still can control them. I think I still have. So I think I want to pull up their character sheet, and he's just going to do another bite attack.
Okay.
Well, it did my name, but there's the bite attack.
That is a miss.
A 17. Okay.
Oh no, a 17. I saw the 13 for the strength save. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
The 17
okay.
hits. Yeah, I was just looking at the wrong thing.
Look at things as big as. All right, 7.
Okay, for 7. I'm also working on getting all of your fucking cameras back where they need to be. We'll do that. And then where did you go? Here. Second. There we go. And then. Okay, so that'll do that. And then we'll transition. All right. Beep. Okay, sorry. There we go. Back for the moment. Okay, so that'll be 7 points of damage to the zombie ankylosaur. As he's just all the way up in there, ripping out at his guts as this is going on. And Vim, it's your go.
Okay, my go. I use it's half my movement to get up.
Yes, it'll be half your movement to get up.
What I want to do here. I guess I'll just take a swing, take a stab at this little guy right here that's up next to the girl.
Okay.
$16.
Hits. 7.
Okay. And then
right.
I will use. If I use my cunning action to disengage, that disengages me from everything I'm engaged with, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to do that. But I want to go to... Oh, no, I don't. Shit. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll just use my extra attack and just attack again. I'll just use my offhand. There we go. For 4.
Rogue does not get an extra attack at level 4, right? You're using your...
No, but I used my bonus.
Yeah.
My bonus to use my offhand.
My brain blanked on it for a second. All right, so you stab him again, and he would go down, but dies. Yeah, he can't make that save. So he goes down. Sven has a girl by the waist.
Still has a girl by the waist. Okay, can he run out of this gate here and like drop her off by her mother?
Yeah, he'll have to take a disengage action to do it, and that'll allow him to not get attacked, which for the purposes of this, I'll say is also allowing her not to get attacked. But yes, he can totally do it.
I'm gonna make Sven a hero.
I need a hero.
Wait, let's see. He can go 30.
He can go 60 on the run.
30, and then
yeah,
I'll just drop. I'll do that. I'll make him go like right here, the girl. Okay. Here we go, and then he's here. Perfect.
Perfect. All right. Anything else for Sven?
Can he move again?
No, he's pretty much out of movement.
And he can't shoot through these barricades, correct?
Because he disengaged, his full movement, his full round is that.
Oh, that's all I could do. That's it for him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Bryn is Vim again.
She's telling me which one she wants to attack.
Okay.
What's left?
The 2 big ones and these 2 little guys.
How are they? Are they within 5 feet of each other?
These 2 are.
Okay, so
sorry.
Cast Hail of Thorns.
Oh, cast Hail of Thorns.
Nice.
Right here. What do you do to do that?
It happens on the next attack.
Oh, so you're using an action to cast Hail of Thorns, and then using another action to attack. Your extra attack.
It's a concentration that doesn't...
But it's an action to do it.
Hail of Thorns is a
It's an
bonus
action,
action.
right?
Is a
Oh, Hail of
bonus
Thorns is a
action.
bonus.
You may still attack twice after casting it.
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna cast Hail of Thorns, and then I'm going to use Sharpshooter for the first attack.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a -5 to the attack, but if it hits, we'll add 10 to the damage.
But before you do that, Hunter's
Oh yeah,
Mark,
well, is Hunter's Mark a bonus action too? Can't do 2 of those.
but it was already cast. All I'm doing is just moving it to another one of the creatures.
So can Hunter's Mark move freely?
Hang on, checking.
This is why I don't like running multiple characters.
I just can't hear anything. Sorry.
No, it costs a bonus action for you to move it to a different character.
It would cost a bonus action to move it.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't worry about that. Just
Okay, Hail of
do
Thorns.
it with my longbow with sharpshooter.
Okay, so Hail of Thorns at this one with Sharpshooter, with the longbow.
Oh my god.
But you get a second attack, so Hail of
Okay,
Thorns
yeah.
goes
use
off when you
the
hit.
extra attack.
Hail of Thorns will go off when you hit. So
Yes.
we'll
Right.
just do
So-
my extra attack with the longbow.
Oh my god.
Both of them go flying by, and no spell effect.
Okay, awesome.
And then it's Byer's go. Byer will. He can turn. He's got turn. Why wouldn't he turn? He should turn. They're tiny.
She's so mad at me.
Why? Because you can't roll dice? Is it because you can't roll dice?
Yeah.
This Velociraptor and this Velociraptor start running away. As Byer just kind of emanates this natural healing energy from him, and he cast turn, or he used his action to do turn undead. The Ankylosaurs make it though. So, that's Byer's go. He's actually going to use the rest of his action to step up here, and then it's Kazara.
Kazara is going to cast Reduce on this guy right here.
Woohoo! Love it. He will be reduced. Is it a will save?
It
He fails.
is.
Doesn't even matter. There's a save, I know, but he fails. Oh yeah. I rolled a 6.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Yeah, it's strength.
Yep. Okay. No amount of saving on a 6. Anything else? You got a bonus action and movement.
I will spend a sorcery point to empower Burning Hands on this mother bitch right here.
Nice. And you should just be in range to only hit him too, I think. Yep, you'll do it. And so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which he fails, and takes 15 points of damage. You can reroll that 3 if you want. You can reroll any of them, but the one that would make the most sense is the 3.
The 3. So another D8.
Slash roll 1d8. Yep. All right, so that's 10. That's going to be 17 points of damage instead.
Cool beans.
Nice. As the back of him just starts to char and smolder, some of the plates have like smoke coming up from under them now, and he's starting to look a little rough. But it's their go, and you have incurred his ire. He turns around. Beep. Comes at you. I don't know why I actually turned his token around. We're taking an attack of opportunity from Ghost.
Yes. Let me pull it up. Doot. 17.
Hit. Absolutely.
9.
Ghost just is landing hit after hit on this guy.
And does he take the
No.
prone?
Immune to it.
Or it's the big one?
He's immune. Yep.
Oh, is he still immune even though he's been reduced?
Absolutely. It's a feature, a class feature.
Okay.
Yes, essentially.
Gotcha.
So he's going to attack Kazara. Kazara, what's your AC?
13.
Interestingly enough, well, it should be. Was it 12 before I gave you the cloak?
Yep.
Okay, just checking. Interestingly enough, this is the first time this has come into play. As he swings it around, he rolled a 12. That's why this is happening. As he swings it around at you, you feel this immediate presence of your deity, and you move to duck like in this very kind of like animalistic raven sort of like out of the way, like bird-like movement, and the cudgel just swings over your head.
That's awesome.
Dope.
The other one attacks Vim, and I can't roll dice.
No.
Rolls a 10, so you're good. Yeah, you're good here. Okay. Sweet.
I matrix that shit. I'm like,
you make the fuck out of that. The velociraptors keep running. Ah! Oh, not that. Ah! And then it's Jax's go. Oh, Kazara, you notice in this pile of stones over here is a body.
Oh, gross. Hey guys, there's a body over here. Just heads up, there's a body in these rocks. It's pretty gross.
But it's Jax's go. Jaxy poo.
Jax is muted.
Oh, unmute myself. That's what I'm gonna do. I would like to cast. I think. I'd like to get down first.
Easy
Like,
enough.
I'm gonna get down.
You trying to get down?
I came to get down.
Is there anything in this thing, by the way? This little
the cart? No,
oh.
it is empty.
Okay. And let's see. I guess move here, and I also want to cast a cloud of daggers above this guy.
Okay.
I want to cast it at the 3rd level. I don't...
Yeah.
Oh, it says... It's okay. It says I can, if I cast it at a higher level, I can target an additional creature for each slot above the first.
Yes.
They have to be in 30 feet of one another.
They certainly are.
Okay. Okay, then I'd like to cast it on both of them.
All right. We're gonna have a cloud of daggers on him, a cloud of daggers on him. Cool. So on their turns, they'll need to make dexterity saving throws or take damage, right?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throws. Thank you.
Wait, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Wait.
Wait.
Wait, it doesn't say. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn. Hold on. Maybe it's on my...
44?
Cloud of daggers. Oh no, they just take it. They just take it.
Yeah.
They just
Okay,
take it.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
They just take it.
They just take it. Okay. Anything else? You've done movement. You've got a bonus action. If there's anything you want to bonus act.
That's it.
Okay, ghost.
Yeah, he'll just run up here and
with advantage.
bite.
Take a bite out of crime.
With advantage. He doesn't have advantage buttons. Okay. So we'll just click it twice, I guess.
Okay. Oh, it was automatically
anyway.
there. It's going to hit
It's
either way.
24.
Yeah. For another 6 points of damage. He is starting to look. He's got all these gashes and wounds underneath him now. The backside of him is charred and looks super fucked up. This guy looks like he's going to go down pretty quickly. But that's it for Ghost. Vim.
All right. Yeah. Let's stabby stab this
Big
big
Mama
guy
Dawson?
right here. Yeah. Let's do it. luck. I'm going to use luck. My last luck of the day.
That is your third luck of the day. That'll hit.
Here we go.
For 9.
9.
For 9. Nice.
And then my bonus action for offhand.
Yeah.
Shit.
You right off the armor itself.
1s and 20s. That's all I can roll tonight.
That's what you do. 1s and 20s. That's how we roll. Anything else?
Cannot disengage now, so nope.
All right, Sven.
Sven is able to come back and re-engage? Is that a thing?
He has 30 feet of movement, or 60 if he's dashing.
I'll have him dash. So let's see, 25 and 15 is 40.
Yeah, that'll go.
All right,
that'll go.
I'll put him here.
Okay, that'll work. And that's his
I
whole
think
go.
that's. Yep.
Brain.
All right, so she's going to move her hunter's mark.
She'll have to recast it. It was on a dead thing and didn't get moved, so it'll need to be bonus action recast.
Oh, shit. Let me see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Cast it on the big guy.
Okay. Hey, big guy.
And then sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter!
So -5. Oh my god. That seems really... Okay. She likes using it. I'm going to use it. Oh, yes.
So that'll be a 15, right? Because it's -5.
Yep.
All right. It still hits.
Thank God. Okay, so then the damage plus 10.
Yeah.
So 16.
16. Ooh. Ugh. This is just this incredible impact as it hits him.
And then for the extra attack, can you do sharpshooter twice, or is it just once?
I think it's only once.
Okay, so then just regular longbow attack.
Yep.
So 9.
Most feats are once per turn, you may. I can look it up, but that misses. Yeah, right off the armor. They're too big to miss. It's just stuff is bouncing off of them.
Gotcha.
Buyers kind of come around and give all you nice people flanking bonuses.
Yay!
Yay for NPCs. And he will cast inflict wounds on it. Yes, he will. He will. So he will hit for 3d10 necrotic.
Do it.
And he will actually cast it at level 2. 18 points of damage. There's this horrible withering kind of cracking noise as you see even parts of this undead creature sink in even more and become even more undead looking. And that fucked him up pretty good. Kazara.
Kazara's gonna cast Chill Touch on this mother bitch right here. Actually, I'm gonna. We'll just see how this goes.
You're at disadvantage because you're casting a ranged spell in combat. Boop, still hit. We'll allow it. All 3 of those hit, so even with double disadvantage, you still hit.
Which does I need to roll damage too? Yeah.
Yeah, roll damage. You're good. For 3 more necrotic.
Okay.
And then it's Team Ankylosaur. The first one's going to take another swipe at... It's going to be a Buyer, because he's done the most damage, I think. So, and he's back there. So Buyer takes a fucking hit to the face. And 6, 10, 6, 12, 14 points of damage to Buyer. Got more than 28 hit points. I didn't update his hit points, but so we'll say he's at 20 hit points right now. Cool. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and he rolls a 20, so he stands screwed. And then it's Jax's go. Oh no, Kazara, you're about to get hit again. No, it misses again. You feel this divine protection taking over you at this point. where there's something about as you've bonded to this cloak, it's guiding your movements to like duck around this thing as it keeps swinging at you.
Protected AF.
Ghost.
Ghost. Ghost. Gonna take a bite out of crime.
Thank you for the follow, Pool Puri. He takes a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
For 6 points of damage. 6! All right. That guy's looking super rough. Anything else for Ghost?
Not just gonna just chill right there.
All right. Vim.
Vim, he's going to, he's gonna have advantage,
Yeah, he is.
and he's gonna do the sneak attack thingy because of the flanking. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Let's get it. Ah,
That's a hit.
give it.
Yeah. Nice. 20 math.
23? 24? 20,
22.
hang on.
22.
22. God.
We're all great at math.
78.
And in one swipe, you just cut underneath its chin, and this black goo and ichor starts falling out of it, and it's incredibly fucked up.
Sweet. Bonus action to offhand with advantage and sneak attack and all that. Or do I get that with the offhand?
You do not get sneak attack with offhand. Essentially, the first
the
hit you land a turn gets sneak attack.
okay, and then the offhand still has advantage because of flanking, right?
Yep.
Pop, pop.
For 1 point.
Yeah.
You just kind of shove it in and wiggle it around where the last one hit.
Find a nickel.
Oh, womp womp.
I'm just gonna mute my mic now.
Sven.
Sven is going to use his rapier.
Rapier. And we'll hit.
Oh boy, my thing maxed. Oh god, Windows.
All the windows. And as he shoves it into the wound, it collapses to the ground.
Yes. Sven is a fucking hero tonight. He has no
he
idea.
is. Brian.
Bryn's gonna move Hunter's Mark over. Because that's not, I don't have to cast that, right?
Nope.
She
nope.
just,
It's the
she
same
moves it.
turn. Yeah, it's within
Okay.
a turn of the creature dying. So
Okay. So we're gonna move that over, and then we're gonna use sharpshooter, longbow. Let me click this.
That's a hit. Oh no, it's -5. That's a miss.
Yeah, it's -5, so it's a miss. So then the second one, just extra attack.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Tink tink. Both of them just bounce off.
She glares at Vim for some weird reason. No one understands why.
Bayer is going to, seeing that you guys have this in hand, he's going to start running over the girl to heal her before she bleeds out. Kazara.
Kazara is going to cast Shocking Grasp on this closest dude. I would like to empower it with a sorcery point, which
So
would mean
empower only works for damage.
oh boy, so a
And it's
D8.
It is a touch attack that you failed on.
JK, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, so don't use your sorcery point to empower or anything. Right? Let me make sure,
All right.
because I don't have all the spells running. Yeah, it's a it's a melee spell attack. Yes, so you'd have to do better than a 6 to hit it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, cool. So it goes nowhere. And then we're back to the last Ankylosaurus, who's going to take another swipe at Kazara. And this time we'll hit.
Uh-oh.
For, I could roll more 5s. 21, 27 points of damage. And
I'm down.
there's just this horrible crushing blow. You guys hear this snapping of bones as Kazara goes down.
No, Kazara!
Can I be at -2? Like, because that's where I'm at.
No, you're 0. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm not doing so good.
Yeah. So actually, that's not down for players. That means dead. You're just down. There we go. Boink.
You got knocked the fuck out.
You got knocked the fuck out. I love you, Than. Yeah, so you're down. Good job, GJ. What's next? Anything else on him? I don't think he has a second attack. I'm pretty excited by that hit.
Please, God, nothing else.
No, he only gets the one. Yep. Okay. So it is Jax's go.
Hey, Kazara, what is that necklace you're wearing? Do?
Oh, hey, both of the resources take
Oh,
boop,
yeah.
boop.
Wait.
A little bit more damage.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. Hang on.
I have a thing. Well,
That helps her with healing.
Like when you
Advantage on death
hit
saving
zero?
throws.
Oh, okay.
Advantage on
yeah,
death
yeah,
saving
yeah.
throws.
Advantage on death saving.
My cloak.
Got it.
I want to cast Healing Word for Kazara at the 3rd level.
Okay. So it'll be 2d8 or 3d8? Or 2d4 or 3d4?
It's 1d4 at the base level.
Yeah, so it'll be 3d4 damage. It'll be 3d4 heal.
Okay.
And that horrible, you hear this as ribs literally snap back into place. And you wake up with a gasp of breath on the ground with 8 hit points.
Thank you.
Got you, girl.
And then it's Ghost. That's a bonus action. So you still have an action in your move.
Okay. Then I would like to. What would I like to do? Cast. Let's see. Kind of running out of spells. I guess if I can. Well, they have they're armored, so I guess they can't do I know if there's a soft spot I could hit this guy with a short bow?
I mean, you can aim for it. He's taken a ton of damage.
Okay, then I'll do that.
No.
Or try to.
You see it, and then it thunk, but you just can't hit it.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because you actually have a very high dex, and I would imagine at some point that will start playing in. You've got a pretty good 2-hit. It's just you never hit with your bow, ever. It's really sad. I'm sorry. And then it's Ghost go. The 12 will hit, and the 21 will also hit, so that's great. For 6 points of damage, he needs to make a Constitution save, which he fails, and goes down like a ton of bricks as Ghost rips his fucking throat out. And there's this as it drops to the ground. And we're out of rounds.
So the other two little raptors got away?
Yeah, every turn they've just been running further away. Turn Undead makes them flee for a number of turns. So they're just out there somewhere now. They're not here anymore. They're off the map somewhere. Yeah.
And so looking around, is there anyone around?
The mother and her
Besides us.
child.
I first want to go up to the child and make sure that it's okay, he or she. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Bayer did a good job with just pure magical gumption on her to get her all healed up. She's sitting there looking stunned, being cradled in her mom's arms, and they're both like, "Thank you, oh, thank you so much, thank you." They just, there was this woman, and then they turned, and then they attacked her, and then they came after my daughter, and she was just feeding them, and then they all did. Well, you saw what happened to them, and it was terrifying.
You said there was a woman?
Yes, she got trampled by one of the biggins. I don't think she was counting on that.
Well, we've kind of got our own shit to do. Sucks for you, but we were just on our way. I
You remember you
We
did
do.
see that body right next to you, Kazara, in the rocks.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, is it covered with rocks or just chilling there?
It is crumpled on top of the rocks.
Like it was placed?
Like something
Or
hit
like
it really
that's where-
hard.
And that's just where the body landed.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll roll the body over. See if maybe there's any chance to recognize them.
Vim, you recognize this body.
Ooh, do I?
Whoa.
It appeared on a certain Triceratops.
Yes. Vengeance. I dig around pockets. I look for pockets.
So this is a drow woman in a black cloak.
Evil drow.
Evil drow! She is carrying a dagger and a pouch that has a few gems in it. Somebody mark this down. It has gems worth 50
I'm marking it
gold.
down because I'm keeping it.
Okay. There are gems worth 50
Gems.
gold and 5 platinum in there, in her pouch. And she's also got a
Platinum.
scroll
Okay.
that's tied up and has a symbol on it in wax, but the wax is broken as if it's been opened.
Broken wax. Can I open it up and see? Can I read anything on it, or is it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's written in common script, and as you open it, what the note says is, "We expect the spear team to win this race. You will be compensated accordingly. Do what you must to make sure it happens." And then it's just signed Z.
Foul play is afoot.
This looks like a little bit of evidence.
I say we take that anything we can, either this body or these things, to a guard or someone might believe us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only there were guards around, but they're all pansies and ran away from their jobs. This town sucks.
Well, we've got this scroll. If they can't necessarily bring, I don't know about bringing. I don't know if they can. We can bring them to the site, but
Yeah, and also I would like to ensure that this woman and child could testify on our behalf
oh, that's a good point.
of what we found here.
Now, remember, because you guys would remember this, Wakanga asked you to bring all evidence to him.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's true. Well, the gems and the platinum
You
is not
can do
evidence.
whatever you like with it. No, whatever. I mean, that's money's money. You can do whatever you like. I just wanted to remind you that he had asked you to bring any evidence to him.
Okay, so then we will. I feel like, well, the authorities here suck. I'm not interested in going to them. I say we take what we have and go to Wakanga. What?
You gotta show him that scroll.
Yeah, he needs to see the scroll, and he needs to know about the undead dinosaurs. Other than that, I mean, do we feel like we need this lady and her kid, or they can probably just go, right?
I think we just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, they want to get
Kazara
home.
would really like to take a potion right now.
And as they run off and Kazara quaffs a potion, we're going to end the session for the evening.
Sweet.
You guys have fun? Did you like the race stuff?
That was super cool.
Yeah.
This is like
That was cool.
action packed.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one was exciting.
it's
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. And thanks everyone who came in and watched us tonight. I'm going to have us go to another D&D player because you got to share the love. Let's see. Who do we have? We've got absolutely Rachel. The last time I was on there, nothing was actually happening. I don't mean that in a mean way. I just meant it was kind of off. But she's hosting me. How nice is that? How nice is that?
That is a nice.
That's
she's
so
a
nice. So clearly, I can't throw it to her because we already did that. She threw it to me. So that's really nice. Let's see. Hyper RPG has 400 people watching, so we don't really need to worry about that.
You're good.
Yeah. Let's
Who do I have?
let's send it to Love. I don't have any D&D folks on here, but we can send it to Love. Let's go host
you go.
Love. Let's go give Love Adric, who is a wonderful. Oh, before we go, I just want to say, tonight we had Kazara, who was played by Kimages, an amazing streamer, who I am shouting at right now. Jax, who was played by the Nancy Druid, someone we hope gets back into streaming as soon as humanly possible, but we love her either way. Vim, who was played by the ineffable Fanrand. I don't know why ineffable, but it's a good word and I like it. And so you should follow them. If you're following me, you should follow them too. But we're going to throw it over. Everybody, we're going to do a quick raid. I don't know if I have raid set up, so we'll just do a host for Love Adric and give her all the love.
All of it.
All of the love. Did I do that right?
Nope, slash host.
Oh, slash host. My bad. Slash host. Love Adric is amazing. You'll love her. She's great.
Yay.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Bye.
Bye.